Good afternoon. It's 3:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. Day one of Titans training camp has concluded. Head coach Robert Saleh spoke with the media before training camp, said that center Austin Schlottman and guard Cordell Volson will get first-team reps to start camp. He also said that wide receiver Calvin Ridley was limited to start camp with a stomach bug, but should be back tomorrow. Tennessee football news this morning, Adam Sparks of Knoxville News Sentinel reported that linebacker Arion Carter has been given a 2-game suspension for a $427 flight to an NFL pre-draft training facility that he later repaid his agent for. However, the NCAA still suspended him for 2 games as he is now set to miss the Vols opener versus Furman in Week 2 at Georgia Tech. Former Vol and current Panthers wide receiver Chris Brazzell suffered a tear in his LCL today at practice and will miss up to 8 weeks per Ari Myrov. Lastly, Adam Schefter reported that the Falcons are signing quarterback Cooper Rush due to Tua Tagovailoa and Michael Penix Jr. missing practice due to tight back and a knee injury, respectively. For all your foundation repair waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news on once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Y'all 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Around here we call it Hump Day. There is Ronald Sylvester.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Let's get it on.
Executive producer of 3HLSF.
What up?
What up, Lil Zelfa?
Job Shadow Jack is here. He was at training camp.
Shadow
That
Jack.
is a great Shadow Jack.
Shadow Jack?
I like that.
Shadow Jack.
That is a, see.
He was at camp with us today. He picked a good 3 days to roll around with us.
Yeah,
God,
and
that's a
it's
great
not that
name.
hot out.
There she is, Dawn
What up?
Davenport.
Let's go.
That is not what you were saying while we were standing out there on the field.
No, as hot as you know what.
Walls.
Yeah.
Basketballs.
From the windows to the walls.
Yeah, that's right. To the sweat. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. It could have been worse out there for sure because at that point it was like 84 and feels like 96.
Which I called Bullshiano on. I think your phone temp was wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect
It just
to be
sat
like
on
that.
you.
Yeah, it was just sitting there.
Just sat
chilling.
on you. And I mean, it's not like we were doing anything active.
Well, we were out by Lake Amulet. There's not a whole lot of
Oh yeah, that's a
wind
lake.
activity over there. Yeah, I mean they filled a landfill out there.
Yeah.
So
Don't be eating anything out of that.
every once in a while you get like a waft of a smell. Every once in a while out there.
I did the really?
Now that I told you, you'll notice.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, the wind catches you just right.
Yeah.
Landfill.
Huh.
Back in the day.
Well, all right.
You didn't know that, huh?
No, I didn't.
That was pre-Metro Center.
There's your history lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah. They covered it up, built Metro Center.
That was a beautiful place. On top of Shiano.
Yeah.
Yes. That is true. Titans training camp. Day one is in the books. Cam Ward said day one was just all right. Said they made some plays, missed some.
Which is to be expected.
Yep. Mm-hmm. First 2 plays of team drills of training camp, fall starts.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. Right?
Yeah. Get back in the groove.
Yep.
Get back in the groove.
Cam Ward said those were on him, said he has to be better.
I like that.
The right guard at that point, who false started himself, was Jackson Slater, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Slater, a lot of run today
Lots of run.
at right guard.
Right guard.
Schlottman at center. So we were out there. We'll talk a lot about it, obviously, as we roll through the day. Currently, it's 91 degrees in downtown Nashville. Feels like 97. Not near the 113 yesterday.
Yes. Man, it might as well be, though.
What you got over there? Little cold
I
drink?
have a slushy. I'm back on my slushy kick.
I was wondering where you went. You were out in the parking lot. I went out there to say something to you, and your truck was gone.
Mm-hmm. I had to go give me a little pick-me-up. And I think they overdid it. And I ain't going to complain about it because I asked for it.
Overdid it with what?
I usually go in there and give me a cherry slush, extra blueberry, extra blue raspberry, and extra cherry. So I think they was like, okay, you want extra? We're going to give you extra. So when I took my first sip thinking I'm going to get like the slush flavor, it was syrup that I was drinking. That was kind of wild. So it immediately gave me a kick.
That's not bad at first, but after a whole one of those, ooh.
Yeah, that's why I'm mixing it now. So I can kind of
Go get some more ice?
Yeah, get some ice in there, you know what I mean? So I'm back. And so if you're going to stay hot outside, I'm going to stay slushed inside. How about that? That's where I'm going to be at.
What's in the slush?
Cherry, blue raspberry. I should have went grape.
That's the mix?
Yeah, cherry. But I'm really usually a cherry and grape mix. But today I felt blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry.
Yeah.
I want a slush now.
Great, babe.
I was going to ask y'all, did I want one too?
Should
But
have.
I asked no, because that asked 3 times I've asked y'all all said, no, we okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was the first day of camp. I would have said yes today.
Okay.
So it takes
Also,
me...
after I had that slush at Jack Daniels,
the only
it
kind
was
you
that was a different kind of slush.
yeah, it was. But man, was it good.
Yeah, they do a great job out there for a dry county.
Right? Yeah. It was a blackberry Jack
Lemonade.
Daniels with lemonade
yep.
slush. It was
Good.
unreal.
Those things are about to hit the stores, too. They haven't yet, but they are.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oh, it's it now.
I mean, it's out there.
It's out there.
Better believe it.
Thank you, Mark, for the tour.
Yeah. That was awesome.
And
So we have Titans practice to talk about. We've got all kinds of NFL notes. We already have injury situations going on around the league. What else? Oh, the NCAA suspended a Tennessee football player, a key football player.
yeah.
Stupid.
Now, you know,
It's
Was
capital
that today? Did that
D-U-M-P.
come out today? It feels like it
Beyond
was
stupid.
yesterday.
I saw it today. Now,
It was
Tennessee.
this morning.
No,
Yeah.
it was this morning. It just
Yeah.
feels like a really long time ago.
Tennessee already appealed it. It was 3 games for Arian Carter. Y'all, we'll get more into it later. But he was going through the draft process, right? Like, so he took a flight. His agent paid for a flight to go to a team facility. He ended up getting injured, and that's why one of the reasons why he came back to Tennessee. So when he knew he wasn't going to the NFL, he repaid his agent $427. Arian Carter in NIL can make $427 in half a day.
If that.
So we're paying guys to play college football, but if they take a flight and their agent pays for it, oh, dude, you're suspended. For a third of the games that Sorsby was going to be suspended for betting on his own sport. What in the world is going on?
I didn't even think about comparing it with Sorsby's situation.
What in the world's going on with the NCAA?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
There is no way this should hold up. Zero. The NCAA has no power in financial crap. Just give it up, dude. I don't care what player it is. I wouldn't care if it was, somebody said earlier, I think Jack said, if it was Alabama's starting quarterback, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's still dumb.
Yeah, at first I was like, man, you know what? Let's work together. NCAA get it together. I'm ready for everybody to break apart. This is gonna get a power conference. This is done. This makes 0 sense. That makes 0 sense. 0.
Hey, man, if only they had the unions and you guys supported unions in college football.
Stop.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Remember, y'all are against the unions.
Well,
That's
no,
what-
it
that's
wasn't
what
against
we
union.
that.
We
Yeah,
didn't
we
even
were-
give an opinion about union because you can't have one yet. So, like, there's no
'cause they're
reason
not
in having an
employees.
opinion on that.
Shout out Mike and Noel Hickory.
But Mike said that we were against paying players, which is 1,000% incorrect. So, anyway, yeah, we'll get into that. Speaking of Tennessee, they opened the season 38 days from right now. 38 days. By the way, if you love NFL preseason action, and why wouldn't you? 8 days until the Hall of Fame game. It
Who
is
plays
a
in that?
week from tomorrow.
Cardinals and who?
Yeah, well, I mean, that part's not important.
I mean, maybe a little bit.
It's an NFL game. Panthers and Cardinals. Panthers, for you degenerates out there, Panthers are a 1.5-point favorite in that preseason game in the Hall
I
of Fame
think
game.
they're cursed.
7 p.m. NBC. Yeah, they suffered one of the injuries that I'll tell you about today. Titans training camp day one. So no Calvin Ridley. He might have got a hold of some lettuce or something.
Yeah.
What is it?
They said stomach bug.
Yeah.
But if you get a hold of the wrong lettuce, it ends up in explosive diarrhea.
Ugh. Like my dog.
It's true. Like Taco Bell. That's what it was on.
Taco Bell started it.
You think Calvin really made a trip to Taco Bell before training camp?
I have no idea. I hate putting.
absolutely would put $1,000 million on that being no.
Have you seen that guy with his shirt off?
Yes,
I
he's
don't
a
think he's had a
specimen.
burrito, like ever.
He's a specimen.
Plus, I don't want to put the, ED thing on him. Well, the other one on him. but they did say stomach
Good
bug.
Lord. We're on it already today, huh?
right.
Mitchell Trubisky out today, too, which enabled Hendon Hooker to get reps.
He was dealing with some tightness.
That's what
Vet.
we heard.
Vet.
And J.C. Latham on the PUP list, the only player on the PUP list, but was on the mysterious Field 3, which was actually Field 1 today.
And he looked good.
Putting in work.
Yeah.
I feel better
Much better.
about that situation after watching
I'm
him.
agreeing.
You did? Yeah.
Much better.
I think that's safe.
Yep.
All right. What we took away from today, when we come back, Titans training camp day one in the books. If you want in, 615-737-1045, 3HL, Wednesday edition. This is 1045 The Zone.
All right, everybody. Do you ever wish that you could lose inches of fat without surgery, without pain, without downtime, without a shot? All of those things? Yes, so did I. And I have had issues as I've gotten older, as I've gotten further away from being a collegiate athlete after I had a baby, where I just had inches that I could not get rid of no matter what I did in the gym. And that's why I decided to visit Contours LLC out in Franklin. Dan Mandis, Matt Murphy from WTN told me about it. And I was all in. They use a non-invasive red light technology to help get rid of body fat. I also do it on my face as well to help get the young looking skin back. And let me tell you, it works. I tried a couple of weeks ago for the first time. I'm having great results. I am doing a package of 6 treatments and then some maintenance visits when I'm done. And from the moment I walked in, I loved the place. It's super relaxing. My treatment, pain-free, non-invasive. And the best part, I lost almost 4 inches across my belly and my thighs on my very first visit, and it's continued to work. So they've been around about 5 years. They have hundreds of satisfied and happy customers. And the best part is, if you call them and tell them that you heard about it from Dawn, from Babs right here on 3HL, they will let you try it for just $99. And they guarantee on your first visit, you're going to lose over 2 inches or it is free. Ask about the Dawn deal, $99. Call Contours LLC for the details, 615-236-9960. That's 236-9960. Or visit contoursllc.com. Contours LLC. What do you have to lose but inches?
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
What's happening? What's happening, good people? Let me go on and tell you while you're walking into your weekend what you need to be looking for. That is a truck. Yeah, Mid-10 Ford, they got you covered. They're going to take care of you. All you got to do is slide in there and let them know, hey, man, Big Slay told me. And they will look out for you. Go in there and holler at my guys, Trey, Matt. They're going to be right there to help you walk through the process of going to get your truck. And guess what? It's nothing that's going to be pressure, no high pressure, just low pressure approach, no gimmicks, no pushy sale tactics. That's not what they're about. They're about getting the job done and getting you comfortable and understanding exactly what you're getting into. It's a one-stop shop. If you need service, Mid-10 Ford, they got you covered. They are the ones you need to be looking for. When it comes to the right vehicle, they got you covered. Even a body shop, service, financing, sales, they got it, all of that. All you got to do is go to 1319 Foster Avenue. Visit mid10fordtrucks.com.
HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, 615-737-1045. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Thanks, please.
Lots of injury situations around the league, including Atlanta. Atlanta quarterback from Adam Schefter, Tua Tagovailoa, dealing with a tight back. Michael Penix still not practicing due to a knee injury. Falcons are signing veteran quarterback Cooper Rush. That's a tough place to be.
That guy's still around?
Yeah, what was it? I was going to say last person. He was in Dallas last time.
Baltimore. He was in Baltimore.
Last. Go.
I'm with Slay. I thought, I missed the Baltimore stop. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm sure it did, but He's only 32, Cooper Rush.
Dang, he feels like he's
man.
been a backup.
Yeah, he got about like 8 more years.
Cowboys 27 to 2019. New York Giants 2020. Dallas 2020 to 2024. Baltimore 2025. Falcons now. They signed it.
Maybe that was the longest stint then. Maybe that's what it was.
He also played.
He's going to be like Fitzmagic.
Mm-hmm. Except he don't get to play.
Yeah, I was going to say, except not a starter.
That too.
Fitzpatrick is so funny. Like, how many times did it happen in his career where he would come in and then light it up, and you're like, oh, okay, there's your quarterback. And then once you, like, name him the quarterback, then whoosh, gone.
You just need him to light it up three games. The problem is he go, 5 or 6 games. It's like, there's a reason. This magic rounds out.
So, first 2 drills today were both false starts. Yeah. Big Jeff got upset in that one. Like, come on, y'all. You know, like,
I like it.
What are we doing?
I like it. I like it, too.
Just get down a 3-point stance 3 times without running a play.
You like that he got
on him.
Yeah.
Yes, I like the feel of accountability.
Yeah.
And I feel that with this bunch. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's early, everybody, but we're here. So that's what I like. I like it so far.
There will be day-to-day evaluations.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be.
Hendon Hooker received reps today with Trubisky out. That was good for him.
Look good, too. Made some nice passes.
Mm-hmm.
Good connections.
Oh, he had one over the middle that I could see from up top that looked good.
Mm-hmm.
There was another there was a post corner route, 7 route, and Will Levis was throwing it. And I was standing next to a former NFL wide receiver at the time. And Levis lets go of the ball, obviously late. You look down, and it's like bracket coverage. And, it was Derek Mason. And he was like, why did he throw that ball? He's got underneath coverage. He's got over-the-top coverage. Andy threw it. And I said, Andy threw it late. And he goes, Andy threw it late. So then Hendon Hooker comes in. They run the same play. He throws the same ball and completes it. Levis is weird, man. Like, if y'all can go to practice and watch this guy, like, he'll make an NFL-level throw, and then he'll be late trying to let a receiver clear in the end zone and throw an interception in the end zone.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a tick late. It's like he's looking at something else or overanalyzing, I think. Just one of them let it rip moments. I think.
How do you evaluate Will Levis?
Listen.
I don't know, but
I need him to be good, though.
I mean, this is probably completely unfair on my part, and I'm putting that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Completely unfair.
Yeah.
I don't like his aura. I don't like his body language. I don't like anything that he exudes as a quarterback in practice. Mm-hmm. And I know that's completely unfair, and that's just my opinion as a spectator. But, like, I felt, so in the beginning of practice, like, watching him, I felt like he commanded the twos and threes that he was with, right? And then just as it went on, like, there was one throw that was just awful throw. And I don't know what it is about him. Am I crazy?
No,
but
the interception in the end zone was right in front of us.
That was terrible.
And he like kind of sidearmed it. It was a late throw. The DB totally, and I can't even remember who it was.
Yeah.
Sanusi Kane, I think.
It was who?
Sanusi Kane.
Yes,
that's who it was. That's exactly who it was.
Yep.
And because they're right in front of us, you could see Kane bait him into that throw.
Mm-hmm. But even like the reaction to it, and it's not like it was a visual reaction, like it's the energy is off.
Yeah.
Like the energy is off from him. And listen, I don't blame him.
No.
Like it has been a hell of a ride here, right? I mean, just it has not been easy for the guy. And I can sit here and say he probably got a raw deal in what he had to walk into and start with, and with that coaching staff and whatever. I mean, I get it. But so Mark in the chat is saying what what was Levis's stats today? What were Levis's stats today? I saw 9 and 16, 2 touchdowns, same as Ward. Well, he did have an interception and a terrible
Well,
one.
and they're going to throw
But
interceptions,
also-
but he's in his third year, you know,
Yeah.
and got baited by a defensive back who may not make the team.
Man, this man.
Also,
But
you cannot go. I promise you can't go by stats. Because
No,
if you
Babs,
would have
your
told
point,
me.
your point is bigger than
My point
stats.
is much bigger than stats. But also, if you would have said, oh, Cam Ward and Will Levis had the same stats today, would anybody sitting in this room think that was the case?
No. Or it's a close race. No.
Well, it's clear
Anybody?
it's
No.
clear who has control of things out there.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter. But anyway, it's the energy. It's almost like cocky, but doesn't connect with his teammates. It's the body language. It's just off.
We just need a fresh start.
And I don't like it. It bothers me watching it.
I
It's
wonder, you know, I think all of your points are fair, honestly. And you know, if he were sitting here, we would just ask him about it. But I think all those points are fair. But I think almost like what you just said, Slay, you think in his mind he knows he's not going to be here?
Yeah.
probably.
I think it's one of those force feeding situations that he's got. Like, I'm out here, so and then you get into the rhythm of it, and you like, by that time it's too late. You look bad by then. You know what I'm saying? Like what you talking about, energy being off.
But also, he needs to show out so that somebody will
want to trade
pay for him to give him a chance.
His best two throws, the one into double coverage should have been picked off too. Let's just say that. But his best two throws were the two touchdowns, and one was to tight end Joel Wilson out of Central Michigan. And then he threw a nice ball to Xavier Restrepo at the pylon. Yeah. And Restrepo made a great catch, kept his feet and reached across the pylon. There was debate between the refs, the officials, and they gave him a touchdown on that. Yeah, but I thought that was a nice play by Restrepo, too.
Very nice catch, too. Yeah.
Do you think seeing him next to a guy like Cam and a guy like Hendon who's like locked in, like vying for trying to make the roster as much as he can, and a guy like Cam who is just trying to prove himself in this league, knowing, do you think that maybe like, not from him, but from your perspective, maybe made that stand out a little bit more, kind of that negative stuff you were seeing two guys around him that were
I don't know, because they don't interact with him at all. Cam nor Hendon interact with Levis at all. Like when if they're waiting for reps or anything like that. And I know a lot of times, like if Cam's waiting, Levis is playing, or vice versa. But like there is with Cam and Hendon. And maybe that's just a product of who got reps next and all of that. But I don't know what it is, though. And it's not like he's negative. He didn't say negative things. It's just something different. And listen, Cam is like even keel, chill Cam.
Like Levis was kind of going through the motions today.
But almost like.
That's what I felt.
Cockily.
I'm
cockily.
Cockily. That's my new word. Cockily going through the motions. Is that a thing?
That's a fun word you threw out there.
You like that?
Yeah.
And correction too, Will Levis was charted 9 for 16 by Jim White. So that's not similar.
No, that's
he
what
did
they
say
said.
9 of
He
16.
said 9 for 16.
I don't know what Cam was.
Yeah,
with
but like
two
you
touchdowns.
said, it's a totally different feel. It's
numbers aside, you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. When is the open practice for media? I mean, for
Saturday.
fans? Saturday.
Is the first
A
one.
Nissan, right? Is that a Nissan?
Is Saturday Nissan? I can't remember.
No. It's Nissan's not until August.
Yeah.
The August 7th.
Well,
which is a
good.
Friday.
Whoever said that in the chat, y'all go see it. Then make sure you
Yeah.
some pom-poms and cheering and stuff too, because he needs it.
Yep. Anyway.
No, and we weren't indicting him on stats at all.
No.
This is a
No.
big picture conversation
It's a
about
big
The word
picture,
was aura,
yeah.
energy. It's what you feel, what you
It's
see.
the
You have to
energy,
be
it's
there
the
to see
aura,
it,
it's
yeah.
the feel. I don't know what it is. Because you guys know, I actually was a fan of Levis coming out of college.
Some feels off.
It's just off.
I just feel like
And
it's
I'm
one of
not
those
blaming
things,
him.
Yeah.
But the positives. Cam, Tate.
Well, it's obvious that Cam and 14 have a connection.
Carnell.
You said that on the field.
Ward.
Carnell Tate.
Yeah.
we just saw it. Now, I caution myself because, see, God, this team has made me like,
Wait.
yes.
It's like a seesaw.
Yes, because
Wait
like
and see.
last year, I was like, oh my gosh, Cam and Ridley had that. They had that in camp. Like when you actually saw them throw and catch together, you know, like
They had those 3 long touchdowns in one practice session, and you were like, okay.
I'm like, it's
Look
there.
nice.
That connection's there. That's how I feel with Cam and Carnell.
Well,
And they don't even have as much time on task together.
the cool thing about that is, let's go down to Carnell Tate. The cool thing about it from a Carnell Tate perspective is he carried over a great OTA session through the summer into day 1 of training camp. He had a great day today. So Cam Ward threw one ball, I don't know how far it was, but pretty lengthy, into the end zone. When he let go, I looked down. It was in front of us, and Carnell Tate's running toward the end zone with 2 defenders on him. So Cam threw it into double coverage, and Carnell Tate just kind of paused 1 second, got in front of the defenders. They kind of float past him. He jumps up, catches the ball with ease in double coverage for a touchdown.
It was very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Perfect.
I'm going to have to
Perfect.
keep my powder dry on Carnell Tate.
I know.
It'll be hard to.
I know.
It's going to be hard to.
I know.
It's gonna be hard to.
So what would you do quarterback-wise ultimately? Because it's well documented. Cam Ward's the starter. Mitchell Trubisky and Will Levis, they say, are competing for the backup job, although Mitchell Trubisky was signed with backup quarterback money. What was it, $10 million? And so the thought, I think it's pretty obvious, is that it'll be Cam Ward, Mitchell Trubisky, whatever happens with Levis, he won't be here, and Hendon Hooker's on the practice squad in the emergency 3 or whatever.
Why is the chat talking about Cam struggling?
Because they're looking at 8 of 15. I'm telling you, if you go out there and watch it.
Like,
Plus, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that Greg Cosell has
did
told
not,
us.
and also I didn't listen to anybody else's show before I walked in here.
I didn't either.
I didn't either. So yeah,
But like,
maybe it's.
I
Coming
did not
from that.
walk in here saying, "Oh, Cam struggled today." Did he have a bad throw or two? Yeah, it's a practice.
Did it look like day 1? Absolutely.
I mean,
Here's the other thing.
but he had some really good throws.
We need to remind people of this point because we know you can't listen to every minute of every show, although we would love for you to. Greg Cosell a few weeks ago said about Cam Ward, I don't get all the talk about Cam Ward struggling in OTAs and all this stuff. He said, I know for a fact that they were working on his base, getting his feet set. So that's what they're working on play to play. So sometimes he's working on that. So the throw becomes secondary because he's trying to get that down. And so then you might have an errant throw because they're working on something that you have no idea what they're working on.
Well, and there were a couple times where who's my guy? Wandell and Cam had some kind of miscommunication after the play, came together, talked about it.
That's
You
gonna
saw
be fun.
Wandell pointing out like something either that he wanted or that Cam missed, or Cam saying, well, I thought you were going to do it. Like you saw all of that take place early in the practice at one point, you know? So that's the other thing. Like that is what camp is for. Get it.
They're going to work.
Get
through
it figured out.
This is their first time playing together. You know the talent is there. Like they have to gel. It's gonna take time. This ain't the OTAs and stuff right here.
Yeah.
You're getting to it now, so it's gonna take time. It's gonna be all right.
And then
It's
Derek in the
gonna be all
chat
right.
crapping on Levis for some bad throws, but when Cam has bad throws, it's just practice. Y'all are ridiculous. I never crapped on Levis for
Again,
bad throws.
Derek,
He's a
we're
troll.
There
not,
was a really bad.
He's a
He
troll,
did have a
John.
really bad throw.
which
He's a
we
troll,
said about
really
both
bad.
of them.
But-
how wait. How are people missing this discussion?
I don't know.
This was a big picture discussion about energy with regard to Levis and
Visually, what you see
and
as far
going
as
through
aura.
the motions and all these things. And he wasn't in control of anything. He was a player on the field. This goes way beyond stats, and we've said that repeatedly. Damn, y'all.
Trolls, y'all.
615-737-1045.
These are trolls.
Well, and it doesn't matter what we say about Will Levis right now. Will Levis is not going to be the quarterback of this team.
Period.
Emmanuel
Exclamation point.
in Davidson County. Emmanuel, what's up, man?
How y'all doing, man? I was called to say what Ron was saying earlier about accountability. This training camp right here, I want to see everybody go through the ringer. I want to see everybody be totally uncomfortable. I want to see Cam mad, cussing, doing what Baby Bab says, what grown folks talking. I want to hear all of that, man. I want everybody to be as uncomfortable as possible so we can see who the real dogs are. And it's time for that. We don't got time for all this half-button and all this coddling people. No, it's time for everybody to be held accountable 100%. If you can't handle it, it's time for you to go. It's time to be real gutter, real about, because this team, it's time for us to step up. We represent the state of Tennessee, man, period. And I'm so tired of all this half-butt evaluations of just how people think about their feelings and whatnot. No, man, we got to go out here and win. I can see 8-8. I also can see, 10-7. I can see a lot of different things, but training camp has to be as hard as possible so we can see who is who. Like Robert Saleh said, we're going to build the armor for everybody to be able to survive the whole season. And that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to see. So all this other stuff about all type of BS, no, let's go. Tighten up, man.
Thank you.
Tighten up. Let's go.
Appreciate it, man.
That's how I feel.
One other thing, real quick, to Rob Levis, is all three of us have said Boot would be a bit surprised if he goes somewhere else and have success. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people just need a fresh start.
Yeah.
But in terms of who has that team, it's not even close.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if Mitchell Trubisky goes out there and goes 10 for 10, or Hooker goes 10 for 10, or Will Levis goes 15 for 15. They're not starting or playing for this team. There's one guy's playing, so it don't even matter. We need them to go kill in preseason so we can go get something back for them. Like, that's the only thing that matters. You know what I'm saying? But
DP5707 says, when Levis finally hits the door, bring in Diego Pavia.
Ugh.
yeah.
Stop trolling us.
Hey, can I remind everybody what Robert Saleh said yesterday when asked about the QB distribution?
Yeah.
In training camp, this was the first thing he said to that answer.
Cam's our quarterback. We're rolling with Cam.
Pretty simple. Nobody else.
I don't know why anyone would question that at this point. Look, if Cam goes out there and in year two doesn't perform and throws a bunch of picks and loses a bunch of games, then different valuation. But the reality of the situation is he played better down the stretch with one turnover. And 10 touchdowns? And that's going through two different play callers, a head coaching change, an offensive coordinator change, and now a new coaching staff.
When this grass, man, I'm telling you right now, Dabo got something in his pocket, man. Man got some tricks up his sleeves, dog. You just sit, if you sit out there and watch, when he want to go get it done, it's getting done.
Some of those pass routes were intriguing in terms of the layering of routes.
Yeah,
and stuff.
like it's nice. It's nice to see. Refreshing.
615-737-1045. Babs has an event today.
Yes.
Propping up women?
Playmakers, women in sports event. Yes, over at the Nashville Sounds. So you can still walk up and come to it. What is it called? What's the place called?
First Horizon.
Third and Home. No.
Oh, Third and Home.
Yeah.
Right next.
Yes. So that's where our little panel will be, and it's a phenomenal panel too of women all across different areas of sports.
That restaurant's good too. Third and
Yeah.
Home.
Well, good because I'm about to go eat.
There you go.
All right,
Babsy.
boys.
We'll handle.
Hold it down.
It's good.
I hope people troll
Good
you
start.
all day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of here for it now. 615-737-1045. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook, Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
See you, Babsy. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
All right, want to tell you with the season coming up, maybe you want to, place some fun, friendly wagers on some of your teams, games, I don't know, parents' teams, whatever, and maybe you want to do it in person. You can at Circa Sports at the Mint at Kentucky Downs in Franklin. It is just the first exit once you cross the state line right there in Kentucky, and Circa is amazing there. Two-story sports betting experience. They've got high definition screens covering the entire wall. It is basically a smaller version of what we hung out in at Circa in Vegas, and it's awesome. So it's designed for comfort, it's designed for convenience, it's designed for live excitement for you. Go to circasports.com if you want to check it out, or just drive over there. Go play some slots there, and then go hang out in Circa Sports right at the Mint at Kentucky Downs in Franklin, Kentucky. It is so much fun. Circasports.com.
Three HL 1045 The Zone. Big Savage or Ramon Foster in the chat if you want to interact with him. Football season.
Yeah, it's here.
A lot of y'all in on, I'm on YouTube right now. A lot of y'all in there. Appreciate that. 615-737-1045. No Calvin Ridley today. No Mitchell Trubisky today. J.C. Latham doing individual work. Cam and some of the passing game contributors got together in Miami in the offseason. He said they had gone about 3 weeks without seeing each other, so it was good to get together.
Absolutely. Keep that chemistry building. Got a lot you got to lean in on, and we need the guys to be all in tune.
In your off seasons, did you go find pickup games around campus and stuff? Like Tony White used to go to the frat houses and just light people up back in the day, the Wizard.
Yeah, no, we were very picky about who we let.
Even as a kid, you told me that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
No, we.
You had to know about where your games were.
Yeah, ain't got no time to be having somebody come in trying to live out a dream. No,
It's a hard foul.
Yeah, they ain't.
Take a run at you.
No. No, that was one of the things that we didn't lack. Playing. We had enough guys to get it on with, so we was always locked in, ready to roll.
But that's stuff's important, right?
You got to have that. Like, that chemistry is literally built in the offseason. Because once you get to the season, you got things you got to counter, and you got to have nonverbal communication, things of that nature. You got to be able to be on the same page, and you're not on that same page if you're not working or you ain't got any history. You got to build up some equity. And I think that's what you're going to see. Cornell Tate, Wandale Robinson, Calvin Ridley when healthy, Gunnar Helm, that trust is huge.
Cornell Tate just looks different. I mean, the athleticism in that dude and the complete control over his athleticism.
Yeah, rookie.
I mean, to go up and make that catch in double coverage when DBs are flying around trying to do whatever, and it looked like it just slows down to him.
Yeah, got a little bit of separation on him, a little bump. You know what I mean? To get up in the air and didn't it was nice. It was nice what he did, man. Very, very nice.
Also, fully understand he's a rookie, so he'll have rookie moments. I'm just saying,
what he has to grow. The ceiling is the sky. Forget.
Don't even know where it is.
No, exactly. It's gonna keep on moving. I do think that Gunnar Helm is gonna be one of those dudes that. And what's his Bellinger? Bellinger gonna be sneaky. He's gonna sneak into some spots on us, dog. We're gonna be like, man, that was a big time catch and a big time moment. So don't be surprised about that either. So, yeah.
Slade, do you remember what you said when you first saw Calvin Ridley here in practice? When they first signed him? Do you still, understanding that Cornell Tate is a rookie, this is his first training camp, do you get any hints of he could be something like that feeling at the wide receiver position for a team like this where history shows that is a position they have struggled a little bit in finding really top end talent.
Yeah, being here, I think the separator for those two were Cornell Tate and Calvin Ridley. What I initially saw, Calvin is what shocked me with him was the speed and the footwork that he had.
The route running, the footwork was incredible.
Like you literally could see a burst of speed, like him pull away. Everything Cornell Tate is smooth. All of his is like it's no stress, no strain to it. This is where I'm going. I literally saw him come off the line today and stop and then go. You know what I'm saying? It was like he stood there to make the DB pause, and then he ran his route. So Calvin Ridley I think they're just different. I think they're different.
I get in terms of skill set. I'm
as far as everything.
Yeah, seeing the talent on the field.
He's a number one. Yeah, number one. But you got to also understand, I hadn't gotten a chance to see that on the Titans field. You know what I mean? Since I've been here, because AJ was bounced then. You know what I mean? But seeing the struggles that we had, you start to see all the people we were championing.
Those are two of those words today.
I can get them in there.
Double ING.
Exactly. The Mason Kinseys and Xavier Restrepos and guys like that you man, they might have a chance. No, you're not going to make it. You don't have a chance, honestly, if this is what you are up against. You know what I'm saying? It's a spot for you somewhere if somebody gets hurt, but this is what it looks like when you got a Wandale Robinson that could be your second, your number 2 or 3.
You want to talk about quick feet.
You know what I mean? That, them dudes, it's a difference. You see the difference. And it should be hard to see when everybody is out there, so you have different options to go to. But, yeah, Cornell Tate, he's a different animal. He's a different animal.
615-737.
Top wide receiver for a reason.
1045. Mark, Vol fans are so predictable. Hated Levis, will hate Pavia, love Hooker. Now, we love Pavia. I loved Levis, so did Babs coming out. Slay was concerned that he was a Nathaniel.
No, I wasn't concerned.
Which is proven.
He said, I wasn't concerned.
I wasn't concerned at all. I knew exactly what I saw. Yeah, that's a troll too, Mark. He ain't even. Matter of fact, I know what to do with him. Let me get him up out of here for me. I definitely ain't gotta.
It's just funny, like when people throw things out about you that are completely not true.
Yeah, I ain't that. Those are people that are looking for energy and attention, and they ain't the wrong place, wrong time, buddy.
According to ESPN FPI, there are 3 SEC teams with 0% chance to make the playoffs.
Darn.
Oh, man.
Like, don't even play the season.
Damn. So here's the 3 teams.
And one of these teams I'm kind of anxious to see play because of their quarterback.
Is it Mississippi State?
Mississippi State is one of them. 0% chance to make the playoff.
So
I'm anxious to see Kamario Taylor.
So Titans. So last year's Titans Radio's stat keeper Kevin Maloney is a big Mississippi State fan, and he texted me earlier this week and was like, "Hey, congrats on the baby, and like I just want to say hi and like all that." And I texted him like, "Hey, by the way, we were talking to Levy and Kamario at SEC Media Days. I think you guys got yourself a real team." He goes 5-7 at best. I was like, "Come on, dude! Like I'm not a Mississippi State fan at all. We're not Mississippi State fans at all. We have a lot of faith in your head coach and your quarterback based off what we've seen and what we've heard."
I've gotten to know them better because I've been around the program a little bit more with Kirby with an eye as a big Mississippi State fan, and they have a suite and all this stuff. So the access is there. But we talked with Levy, and we're impressed by him. We talked with Kamario Taylor. We were impressed by him. I'm anxious to see what he does on the field. Now, are they going to the playoff? No. No.
So I get what they're saying. Like it's only a handful that have a chance to come to college football.
But these are the 3 with 0% chance to make the playoff according to FPI. Kentucky, Arkansas, and Mississippi State.
Wow, Vandy's got a chance in there.
They do.
Sorry?
I think they do.
Although, didn't Kentucky get a first place vote at the SEC Media Days?
They got to win the whole damn thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Kentucky, Will Stein.
Bailey's was put in their milk.
We know. We have an inkling of who may have voted for that.
Bailey's put in their milk.
And
then voted.
That hadn't be what it was. I don't get like the Mississippi State. I get what they're saying, but I think the optimism for Mississippi State is because of what we see from them. We know who Libby is. Like I just think they are a ways away. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's where they were last year. I think they'll be better than what everybody's thinking they're gonna be. If that makes sense.
Coach Saleh was asked what kind of shape is Big Jeff in before practice. His answer was great. I've got that for you next. If you want in, 615-737-1045. First day at training camp in the books. We're there. 615-737-1045. eSpaces, y'all, eSpaces.com. If you are working out of your kitchen, it doesn't need to be that way. There's lots of distractions when you work out of the house. eSpaces can help you out. Just check them out, eSpaces.com. That is the website. They have 12 locations in Middle Tennessee, Goodlettsville, 2 in Green Hills, Cool Springs, Murfreesboro, the Roundabout here just up the street from us, Brentwood, 2 in downtown Franklin, Burton Hills, the Nation's Music Road. They're also in Atlanta, Orlando, and Knoxville. If you're listening in Knoxville, eSpace is a great work opportunity for you. They are locally owned and operated. My guy John Pirtle and his crew are very serious about being stewards of Middle Tennessee and all of the markets that they're in. They invest in countless high schools and local youth sports. They've got meeting spaces in neighborhoods, so think about that. Like if you have an office somewhere else, maybe downtown, and then you want to meet with clients that you have several in Franklin, you can call one meeting, go out there, rent some space from eSpaces, and they will be able to hook you up. Hotel space? Nope. I know a lot of y'all do that. Get like a room in a hotel, conference center, whatever. That can be expensive, not as expensive. Certainly a better value is probably the better way to say it for eSpaces. eSpaces.com. Check those guys out by going online. Tours available now. Reserve your space early. They have private offices, team suites, meeting rooms that are fully equipped. They have podcast studios, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. eSpaces.com. That's eSpaces.com.
Good afternoon. It's 4 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Macon Tuckertown Studios. Day one of Titans training camp has concluded. Head coach Robert Saleh spoke with the media before practice and said that center Austin Schlottman and right guard Cordell Volson would get first-team reps. He also said that wide receiver Calvin Ridley was limited to start camp with a stomach bug, but should be good to go soon. In Tennessee football news, Adam Sparks of the Knox News Sentinel reported that linebacker Arion Carter has been given a 2-game suspension for a $427 flight to an NFL pre-draft training facility that he later repaid his agent for. Carter is set to miss the Vols opener versus Furman in Week 2 against Georgia Tech. In NFL news today, former Vol and current Panthers wide receiver Chris Brazzell suffered a tear in his LCL and will miss up to 8 weeks, per Ari Myrov. And Adam Schefter reporting that Falcons are signing quarterback Cooper Rush due to Tua Tagovailoa and Michael Penix Jr. both missing practice today. For our Foundation Repair Waterproof needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Babsy has moseyed on out to host an event tonight. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building.
Titans training camp day one is in the books. Talking about it. 615-737-1045. Saw Teresa Walker out there with the Associated Press. She announced that this would be her last season, and she is retiring, so we got a chance to talk with her. Year 30. She's been with the team since Memphis, Vanderbilt, and then the stadium. So she's going to ride it out.
Rolling on through Queen T.
So it's good to see her. Yep. Jill Jelnick, who's moving on from Fox 17, saw her. Congratulated her.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she reminds me of Babs a lot.
Yeah.
Back in the day when Babs was rolling around Titans camp and she'd be carrying the tripod and the camera and all this stuff. And you'd ask Babs, like, hey, can I grab something for you? No. She said today that she would let people carry the tripod, but not the camera. But Jill's rolling around. She stopped to talk, and I'm like, man, we can talk later. Like, you're carrying 100 pounds of crap, and I'm just standing here.
You got somewhere to be.
Yeah.
I don't right now. Yeah.
So I look over, and there's Slay Dog and Big Savage, Ramon Foster.
Mm-hmm. Chilling in the shade.
Found a little shade action.
Yeah. That'll be my spot.
Did y'all happen to see Robert Walsh's shirt after training camp today?
I did not, but it was entertaining standing with, from my perspective, I really enjoyed where I was in the moment because it was Brad Hopkins, Slay, and Ramon Foster talking through what they were seeing.
And then large men.
And then that was out of my left ear. Out of my right ear, it's Robert talking about what he was seeing out there.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah.
His shirt, when he came back up, was see-through. It was translucent. There was so much sweat on him. His white shirt, it was like one of those white poncho, like the fishing poncho things. He came up completely see-through. I saw every inch of his back when he came up to do the buck riding show.
It's something I want to, think about in the morning. This is what I want to see today.
Yeah, well, that's what I saw. He also gave his insights on practice, and instead of, like breaking down what he saw, because, you got to be limited in what you can say about practice, he assigned every player a song based on how their day one of training camp went. So that was fun. He gave Cam Ward a Billy Joel song. It's escaping me. Something about...
I didn't start the fire?
No, something about long enough. I don't know. I'm doing a really bad job of this.
Yeah. Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm gonna find the song, but it was great. It was great.
Coach Saleh said this about Big Jeff. He was asked, about Big Jeff's fitness level, and instead of me reading it, you have this. Okay, let's hear it.
He looks great, man. I was, not to talk about his body, the guy's yoked. I'd walk around with my shirt off all the time if I was him, but he's in great shape. The biggest adjustment for him is to go from, and it's an adjustment. You'll see it like a lot of guys, when they go from a read system to an attack system and they're an individual, you'll see a lot of guys fall on their face during individual. And that's natural. Like there's an adjustment, there's an acclimation that needs to happen for him. But he's so talented, he'll figure it out pretty quick.
He's yoked. If I was him, I'd walk around with my shirt off all the time.
Ain't no question. Ain't no question at all. No, he's. It's gonna be a lot of times I think I'm not gonna talk about Big Jeff.
Why not?
Because it's like this is where you set the bar.
What more can you add to Big Jeff?
What y'all expect him to be doing, he's doing it, and a little bit more probably. This is without pads. Like this dude right there, he's in a different stratosphere for a reason, and he's carrying himself like so. Like it's great to see. So if you hear me not talking about Big Jeff, it's one reason why. Because I'm trying to see what everybody else is going to do. I know what he's going to do. And he does it every single day.
He was covered up completely. He had, like, the compression pants on. He had the sleeves on. The red gloves I love.
Nah, he ready to go.
One thing.
Spirit there, it's yeah. Let's get it on. I got to go back and watch his press conference. I missed his presser. But
man, Greg Cosell said one of the things when he went to the 2 off-season workout days, he said one thing you notice is the position group up front on defense and how big and lean they are and, like, in shape they are.
Yep.
And, man, when they went over to do just dummy work with their hands, they were working on hand stuff, those guys, man, tall, in shape.
Yep.
And, I mean, clearly, we talked a lot about it. Saleh wants a bunch of dudes. Like, he wants, like, 10 guys that he can rotate through. So I'm anxious to see what that looks like with Big Jeff, a guy that never wants to come off the field.
Mm-hmm. Some good dudes out there. Solomon Thomas looks amazing. Like, they have a type, and they went and got him. They went and got him on the edge, inside, this defense, man, I'm telling you, let's just keep your eyes on the offense. Because I think the defense is going to be about that.
Well, and it's hard at edge to have an immediate impact.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it with Javon Curse, but that was once in a generation player. But when you see 15 out there, he's tall. He looks like once he fills out a little bit, he looks like he could have that.
He's long, man.
Could have that ability.
I like that too.
Yeah,
He gonna be able to put some muscle on too, though. Like you go through different phases as a pro. I'm telling you. You gonna understand your body gonna catch up, and then you got to push through again. Like he's gonna change. I can't wait to see what he look like over the next 3 years.
DeMario on Twitter, you guys talking about the same Big Jeff that some idiots out there talking bad about a couple of years ago wanted him gone?
Probably.
Remember that?
Yeah, it may be him. That may be him.
He doesn't get enough sacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, he's like, this is an old reference, but he's E.F. Hutton out there. Like, when he speaks, people listen.
Yeah, you got to.
He doesn't talk, like, he wasn't, like, running his mouth by any stretch of the imagination, but when he said stuff, you could tell, like, ears perked up.
Yeah, you got to let people get acclimated to it. I think when everybody started to think, they get pads on and they really going at it good on good, like, then you're going to start to hear him talk a little bit. But I think right now, you don't want to disrupt too much when you're getting other guys around you acclimated to what's going on with a new regime. So it's only so much talking. Like, you don't let somebody know you're there, though. You know what I mean? It's just me.
But, like, the two false starts to start team drills.
Like, come on.
He's like, come on, y'all.
Like, what are we
Let's
doing?
go.
Yeah. And also I'm going to get right.
Yeah.
Like, let's do it.
From Chris Harris, Cam Ward said Wan'Dale Robinson has a key to his house. Said Wan'Dale can walk in whenever he wants.
Chemistry. Need it.
Wonder what Cam's girlfriend thinks about that. This guy just walking in here.
You know what? That's a good point there, Brent.
He got no business in the bedroom. He just be right there in the house. Come on in the house. Yeah. You got access, dog. That team concept, man, is real, man.
But I remember when I was like young, out of college, and my first married friend, and I would, because you get used to just showing up at your boy's house, but when your boy then becomes married and he's got the lady there, and you just show up at the house, they're fine in the moment, but then you hear about it later. Hey, man, phone call before you come over.
Not us.
Not you.
No. Vince, everybody. We
just roll up.
That's I'm on my way, dog. Those supposed to have been unlocked. What am I doing knocking? No, come on, man.
What am I doing knocking?
Yeah, come on. Where the key at? Yeah, ain't got no business being at the door that long.
Cam had touchdown passes to Alec Eilmanter today, and the beautiful throw and catch to Carnell Tate.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that was the chemistry throw. That's an element in practice where Cam Ward wants to see what he has there.
Yep.
And a lot of times when you're just trying something, you might not try that in a game, not knowing where the chemistry level is. But in practice, you might risk the incompletion and go, 9 of 15 or whatever it is.
Trust.
Because you're trying to see things.
Yep. Can I do this in the game? Like,
Can
if
I throw this up for him? Is he going to go get it?
Yep. And if he don't come down with it, will he knock it down?
Yeah.
Like, don't let the defense come up with it. Yeah, this is all. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to keep going back to, even when the crowd is out there, you don't know what they're working on. So just trust, man, that they got a guy over there. And, man, I'm the other part I like, too, when Cam wasn't in and Hendon Hooker or Will Levis were running theirs with the 2s and 3s, Cam was right there the entire time talking to Dayball and them pointing things out. So
he was always off on the side when the other two were getting reps. Yeah.
So they learning, man. They learning.
Because there was one point of practice where I think Levis was in, and I saw Hendon in front of us. Yep. And I was like, "Where's Cam?" And then I saw him over on the side talking to Dayball.
Said the exact same thing. Yep.
Dayball. Steelers are ditching all live tackling during camp under Mike McCarthy.
What?
All live tackling gone.
New regime.
Oh, that ain't going to turn out well.
That doesn't sound like Steeler football.
No, not in that division.
New regime.
I was surprised to read that. That's why I wrote it down. I wanted to get your take on that. You think that's weird? Or am I weird for thinking it's weird?
Is Ramon still in the chat? I want to hear his thoughts about that.
I think it's tackle football. When it's tackle football, you got to tackle. I don't know how you play football and get the calluses and all of that we hear Robert Saleh talking about without tackling, regardless of who it is. If it's Pee-wee. You know what I mean?
Saleh keeps talking about violence. How do you teach violence without taking people to the ground from time to time? Now, I know the CBA is structured in a way where they don't do that much anymore, but to take it all out?
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't understand that. I don't understand the feel of that. I don't understand, like, me finishing plays through it. Like, I don't get them. Not in tackle football.
Daryl says, wait, even during joint practices? I don't know. I'm just reading the story that was out there.
Joint practice, they probably won't have to go. Like,
you would have to
tell the other team.
You would have to.
You know we're not tackling. Well, we get back on the plane.
We'll go find another team that will.
What we doing? Go down the street to Philly. Go play against them. Y'all ain't doing nothing up here. Yeah, no, I don't see that lasting. Maybe. Listen, he knows. Who was it that got hurt earlier? Or was it Jalen Ramsey?
Jalen Ramsey is on the pump list.
Yeah, okay, so maybe he's looking at it like that. You got a lot of veterans over there. Who knows, man? McCarthy got his own methods.
When we walked up,
you call the Steelers old?
No, I'm saying.
No, but when we walked up, Saleh was in the middle of talking about we've got to be careful with the 30-plus guys.
Yeah.
I did hear him say that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to treat them differently.
They know those guys.
I'm like, what about the 50-plus guys out here? You worried about me?
No, give me the 30.
Y'all got enough coolers out here with water in them?
I dig
so
that,
I don't fall out?
I kind of dig that. But I do know when it's time to play live, you got to play live, man. You have to. That hidden, that takes another level of conditioning. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's cool to get out there and run.
Right?
Yeah, it's cool to get out there and run routes and all that. Some on some, 11 on 11, all that's cool. But without real live contact, to feel that hitting your rib and you got to keep going, like, nah.
Yeah, to me, that makes me think they're going to have tackling problems.
What was the DC film?
Good question. I've got a Daniel Jones update for you.
Yeah, what Daniel Jones doing?
This seems small, but it's not, I don't think.
Oh, is it about his working his way back from his injury?
Yeah, Achilles, 8 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Colts quarterback Daniel Jones scrambled for a first down at practice today.
Still got it.
He had been on a no-run policy. So when he took off, all the reporters were like looking at each other like, oh, okay. They took him off that. Todd Furman coming up next. We'll talk sports from a sports betting perspective. One of the things we're going to hit Todd with is over-under win totals for AFC South teams and what he thinks about that. So if the Titans are 5.5, he told us Friday, he alluded to the fact that he may be over that total. Yeah. We'll get him to talk about it when we come back. Also, where does he find value in some other NFL teams in terms of their numbers too low? He thinks they're going to be better than people think, or they're not going to be as good as people think. I think it'll be an interesting conversation with Todd Furman coming up next, 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Circus Sports, right there at the Mint at Kentucky Downs. Why would you want to be anywhere else, huh? Make sure you understand. It's located in Franklin, Kentucky. A short drive right up 65. Take the first exit once you cross the border. As soon as you get in Kentucky, just jump off. It's going to lead you right to it. It's easy to get to it. 2-story sports betting experiences. Every detail is crafted for the ultimate sports fan. Now, when you walk in, you're probably going to be like, whoa, wait a minute. There's a lot going on in here. It's good food. You got slot machines where you can do a little fun entertainment, a little gambling now. But when you walk down to the stadium seating, understand that they got everything you're looking for. Food will be delivered there. You can walk right up to the cage, make your bets, make your wagers, whatever it is you're looking to do. And then when you sit down in your seat, you look up. It's TVs everywhere. Do you understand that? Everywhere. You can't miss it. I'm telling you right now. The screen displays 486 square feet. Make it make sense. I can't. Must be 21 to place a bet. But first and foremost, get to the Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs in Franklin, Kentucky. Circus Sports.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Saleh with you. Babs will be back tomorrow. She is hosting a women in sports event over at Third and Home. You can go check her out if you want to. Slay Dog is here, however.
Yeah.
And we've got Todd Furman, our guy in Vegas. Todd, what's up? How are you?
I am doing well. It was good to see the Tennessee Titans at least getting through day one of training camp without players getting carted off the field.
Okay,
so small
Todd.
victories as you try and build a little bit of momentum for a bounce-back campaign under first-year head coach Robert Saleh.
Listen to this guy right here.
Godfather, what you trying to do, dog?
I'm not trying to do anything, Slay. I mean, it could be worse. You could be a Carolina Panthers fan and realize your entire offensive line isn't going to be available for week one against the Bears. So you have to look at it glass half full, my friend.
Well, okay, we'll take that little glass. Any idea what I would say Oakland, the Las Vegas Raiders look like out there?
Yeah, you got a quarterback out there.
Yeah, I'm not really optimistic about this Raiders team. I do think you finally have an adult in the room at head coach where Clint Kubiak is going to make a difference. But will it show up in the wins and losses in 2026? That remains to be seen. I mean, by all accounts, the Raiders appear content to go with Kirk Cousins out of the chute. We'll see exactly when Fernando Mendoza takes the reins. But I don't think there's an immediate sense of urgency for the Raiders to go out there and win games. You look at their schedule early on. You get a winnable game week one against the Dolphins. You go on the road against a divisional foe against the Chargers, on the road against the Saints. And then the schedule gets significantly more difficult when you're talking about Chiefs, at Patriots, Bills, and Rams, all in quick succession. So this is a Raiders team whose win total sits at 5.5, and I'm not going to advocate for going over by any stretch of the imagination.
Okay.
So what would you put the over-under of games until Mendoza's the quarterback?
I think you kind of run through a little bit of the gauntlet for the Raiders. Now, unfortunately for them, they don't have a bye until week 13, so you're not going to have a logical insertion point there. But if Kirk Cousins goes out there and at least shows some level of capability to lead the offense, I don't think you have to insert Mendoza into the fold. But if Cousins looks to be woefully ineffective, the team appears to be cratering from a morale standpoint, then Mendoza gets out there. But as far as odds makers believe, with Mendoza's overall contributions, his over-under for passing yards this year is 2,400.
Okay.
So if you extrapolate that out and kind of assume, let's use a low-end ballpark of 200 yards per game over 12 games, that suggests maybe by week 6. I'm not sure we see him even as soon as that with the Raiders team that's really got to figure out its identity.
We were trying to put together an over-under until you see him, and Babs put it at 5.5, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty fair, where I think odds makers believe we could see Mendoza make his NFL debut.
Well, Todd, we were talking during the break, and we were all prepared, Slay and I were prepared to offer you a NASCAR winner this weekend, and until we figured out that they don't have a race this week. So glad we checked that.
That means Slay's got a 90% chance of at least being correct to figure out who's going to be on the track, knowing that the big boys get a week off after going to the Brickyard for what was arguably the most boring race of the entire NASCAR season.
I don't even know who Corey Helm is. Wasn't he like a child actor in the 80s, like in The Lost Boys or something?
Corey Haim actually picks up his second win of the season. Part-time driver, not even eligible for Rookie of the Year. He won the road course in San Diego, but he will be the next big name in the sport. Gets a little bit of a fortuitous bounce early with a properly timed caution flag and reaps the benefits. Christopher Bell just couldn't get to the rear bumper, but that's part of why Indianapolis has been rather uneventful from the Cup side when they race on that 2.5-mile oval. Just the aero package doesn't lend itself to a whole lot of competitive racing or on-track passes.
Yeah, the last minute and a half of this show is a pure indicator of why we lean on you for NASCAR stuff.
Yeah, that's the indicator, as if the people needed the last 90 seconds to confirm that.
Why you secretly lean on me?
No, it's who I come to. When I want somebody to rattle off drivers that may or may not actually be in the NASCAR Cup Series, I come to you first and foremost.
That's with Todd Gilliland sitting at 406.
Who did you have? Scott Dixon?
Todd Gilliland.
And then Todd Gilliland.
Look, here's the thing that, it's funny, and I'm not going to give Slay credit often, but I will here.
He was top 20 that day, right?
Todd Gilliland went out there and won the NASCAR In-Season Challenge. It's the NASCAR version of the NCAA tournament where they seed all the drivers 1 through 32. Gilliland goes out there, wins $1 million. And if you had bet Gilliland to win the challenge before things had started, 60-1 thereabouts was the going price tag. So he was out there racing for something at Indy, came home outside the top 20, but that was still 2 spots better than Ryan Blaney, who was competing against in the final.
Yeah, that's what I bet.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what you bet, because you had no idea there was a NASCAR in-season challenge until the last 90 seconds.
We're learning a lot, Todd.
That's what we do here every Wednesday.
Yep, 8 days until the NFL Hall of Fame game. Panthers about 1.5. What do you think?
No strong opinion for me on that particular game. We've seen this total kind of hover in that 35.5 range. One of the more unpredictable games, but you do have a first-year head coach in Arizona and Mike LaFleur that may want to try and get this team off on the right foot. Carolina dealing with a rash of injuries that I kind of alluded to. So for me, it's Arizona or pass. We could see an awful lot of workload for one recently drafted Carson Beck out there. So we lean towards Arizona plus 1.5. Wouldn't be surprised to see them close a short favorite.
You never know what's going to happen in the Hall of Fame game, man. The field catches on fire sometimes.
And there's always a distinct chance that they may not actually play the game if there's a little bit of inclement weather. But it's still NFL players going out there to suit up for the first time since we saw that boring Super Bowl between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, which feels like an eternity ago.
Let's take a look at, well, before we do this, I do want to let you know that we mentioned you the other day, and somebody in our chat was like, man, I really missed the Bet the Board podcast.
Well, look, there's things being kicked around behind the scenes.
I like it.
I'm not going to guarantee anything by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a non-zero chance the Bet the Board could be making a triumphant return.
Non-zero.
Yeah, come on.
That could be 1%. That could be 1%, but I said non-zero, so I'm not officially ruling it out. Is all I'm saying here.
So it could be 99.
Yeah.
Well, it could be. That would be non-zero, Slay. So once again, you continue to dominate with your prowess in mathematics, my friend.
All right. Oh, let me ask Todd this real quick.
Oh, by all means.
Look, AFC in the AFC real quick, Todd Father, with the way Danny Dimes has come back, and he's back out there after his Achilles.
He carried the ball today.
That's Todd Father. Have your thoughts changed a little bit about where the Colts may end up in this division race?
No, absolutely not. When I look at Danny Dimes, I dig into some of his numbers even before he got injured with the broken leg and then the unfortunate injury tearing his Achilles. He was starting to remind us of the quarterback he was for the majority of his time with the New York Giants.
Erroneous.
This was a Colts defense that was showing all sorts of kinks in the armor as well. I'm not a buyer in the Colts. As I've said here before, I bet their win total under 8.5 and laid a price to try and bet against the Indianapolis Colts getting to 9-8 this season. But rest assured that when they put out an over-under on rushing yards for Danny Dimes in the season opener against, I believe, the Baltimore Ravens, I will look to bet that under because the stiffness just doesn't go away when you start facing live bullets. Yeah. And we saw how long it took Kirk Cousins to actually look capable and comfortable. I mean, the Atlanta Falcons operated from the pistol, so I'm very interested to see what Indianapolis's offense looks like. Yes, it's great that Danny Dimes is able to return as quickly, but the level of effectiveness is all we really care about in this race.
Some of us heal differently. I'm just speaking for me and Danny Dimes.
Again, no comments, Slay. I don't want to be so mean to you in the first 10 minutes of our discussion on Wednesday, so I'm going to err. Discretion is the better part of valor here, and I'm going to bite my tongue.
Speaking of the Falcons, man, they're in it. Cooper Rush is their quarterback currently.
You can count the days until we get the Atlanta Falcons preseason debut and the Cooper Rush experience potentially going out there and logging 4 full quarters. But Michael Penix doesn't appear anywhere closer to a return. Yeah. Tua a little bit dinged up already. And this is a Falcons team that I wasn't going to be particularly bullish on coming into the season anyways. And the longer they go without their number 1 and number 2 options under center getting meaningful reps in camp, it doesn't exactly leave me burning with confidence with a first-year head coach and Kevin Stefanski making the trip over from Cleveland to try and resurrect a moribund franchise in the form of the Falcons.
So Colts under 8.5. Where are we with the Houston Texans?
They're my pick to win the division. I think this Houston Texans team is the real deal. We know how good they are defensively. And even if you account for a little bit of regression, which is to be expected given the level of dominance that we saw from DeMeco Ryans' bunch last year, I think the offense can trend in the right direction as well. I know the lasting images we saw of Houston attempting to throw the forward pass or move the ball on offense doesn't leave anyone brimming with confidence, whether it was their ugly win against the Steelers wild card weekend on Monday Night Football or when they hit rock bottom against the New England Patriots and C.J. Stroud looked like he needs to go to the eye doctor to get checked for colorblindness when he was throwing so many balls to players wearing Patriot jerseys. But when you look at this Texans team, I think adding David Montgomery in the backfield gives them a little bit more balance to pair with Woody Marks. The return of Tank Dell, if he can get even close to the form he was in before he missed all of last season with that gruesome knee injury and the separation, there's suddenly a wealth of riches there. I know Jalen Noel is going to miss some time, but you have Jaden Higgins, Nico Collins, a true number one, Tank Dell there. A remade offensive line should have them headed in the right direction. And while the schedule looks to be pretty difficult on paper, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. They're my pick to win the division, and I think one of the better values on the board to win the AFC as well.
All right, let's go down to Jacksonville. What do we have down there with Trevor Lawrence and those guys?
I'm looking to sell the Jags a little bit. I don't have any exposure, though, in terms of their over-under on win total. There's some 8.5 shaded to the over, some 9.5 that's out there as well. I'll give Liam Cohen a ton of credit. Did a tremendous job last year, had this team peaking down the stretch, and we finally saw the best of Trevor Lawrence as an NFL starting quarterback. But I also worry about them being a little bit of a regression candidate when you have a head coach in his second year, basically neutral from a schedule standpoint, 2 short-week road games. They do have back-to-back games in London, a little bit of an orthodox schedule while their stadium continues to go through renovations. But Bashal Tutin takes over as RB1. I think he can be a little bit more dynamic running between the tackles than what we saw from Mr. Etienne before he took his talents to New Orleans. Brian Thomas remains the biggest enigma in the receiving room. Can he return to what we saw in his rookie season? But fortunately for the Jaguars, I mean, they traded for Jacoby Myers. He looked the part, and Parker Washington, they're extremely bullish on. The issue that I have with this Jags team, though, is more on the defensive side. They lose a little bit of their heartbeat in linebacker Devin Lloyd, one of the true leaders in their room. The defensive line, I like a decent amount with Walker and Hines Allen and Davin Hamilton continuing to take strides forward. But the defensive secondary is where I think they're going to have to answer some questions after Travis Hunter. So this is a Jags team who plays a much more difficult schedule. If I had to get involved with them, I'd be looking to go under their win total.
Tennessee Titans, where do they sit?
6.5 shaded to the under. I do think you have a little bit of opportunity to shop around, though, if you want to lay a price and go over 5.5. Schedule and coaching changes suggest a turnaround for me is going to be on the horizon. Yeah. Problem being is this was a group that was outscored by nearly 200 points last year and couldn't get out of their own way. So I don't think it's as simple as waving a magic wand, expecting them to be capable and competent on both sides of the ball. But like I said, when we kind of closed up last week, 2 very winnable games in their first 3. If they can beat the Jets and Giants, it gives them a chance to build a little bit of momentum right out of the gates. One of the top teams from an additional rest and prep standpoint. Sometimes it can be a blessing when you're not playing in some of those standalone games or on national TV because you have a normal, typical cadence week to week, and the Titans can benefit from there. Robert Saleh gives them a little bit of an adult in the room with a focus on the defensive side, and if he stays hands-off offensively, I think Brian Dable can really help the development of Cam Ward. You bring in Wan'Dale Robinson. We know they use top 10 draft capital on Carnell Tate, so the receiving room gets better in that regard. And I think the Titans are a little bit of a buy low candidate. Not one, again, that I have in my win total portfolio, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if it's a team that we're making a case to bet on more often than bet against this year.
So the other game, you mentioned 2 of the first 3. The other one of those games is against Philadelphia, and one of Slay's reps let us know yesterday, great stat, Jalen Hurts has never beaten a Robert Saleh defense.
Mm-hmm. Keep that one for when Bet the Boy come back.
I'll keep that one quiet, but gentlemen, I don't mean to burst your bubble. Robert Saleh in his previous stops has had a little bit more in the way of difference makers on the defensive side of the ball than what the Titans have, and that's no respect meant for their big offseason signing of John Franklin Myers.
Alante Taylor, Cordell Flott, Monty Hooker coming back into form, Kevin Winston.
Look,
Jr.
it's a better unit on paper than what they had last year. So we shall see what happens. But I'm not going to say right now that we are running over men, women, and children to bet the Tennessee Titans as a home underdog against the Philadelphia Eagles, even if the Eagles are a team that I am looking to sell a little bit this season because I'm not sure I'm running to buy into the Sean Mannion offense. Although at the same time, I don't think Philadelphia can get worse offensively, even if they have a lower floor, given the loss of A.J. Brown as a true number 1 in that receiving room.
They'll increase the workload, you think, for Saquon Barkley or Jalen Hurts? Which one?
I think Jalen Hurts has to show a little bit more command, and they have to be confident. Him getting the ball out of his hand quickly, being more decisive in his reads, and attacking the middle of the field. He was so reluctant to try and do that. There just looked to be a huge disconnect for everything the Eagles wanted to do offensively. Do I think Saquon Barkley returns to the form that we saw 2 years ago? No, but I do think he's got a little bit of wiggle room compared to where he was last year, where a lot of his performances, more often than not, were rather uninspiring.
Let me ask you this one real quick. I know we all over the place, Top Father, but why wouldn't we?
When are you not, Slay? When are you not?
Exactly. So, who do you think has a better season statistically, Joe Burrow or Matthew Stafford?
I'm taking Joe Burrow all day and twice on Sunday.
Okay.
I know a lot of people worry about Joe Burrow and his recent injury history.
Yes.
But look, if Joe Burrow is out there, he is truly one of the elite quarterback options in the entire National Football League. They've said the right things in Cincinnati, that they want to be a little bit more balanced. I actually like the offensive line better going into this season than I have in the past. And if anybody could truly forecast quarterback injuries, they'd have a lot more money in their pockets than I do right now. So I think Joe Burrow, if he's out there healthy and contributing, he will put up more crooked numbers. And Matthew Stafford, look, he won MVP last year for a reason, but I think this is a Rams team that can run the ball, take the ball out of Stafford's hands a little bit more, keep him out of harm's way, and lean into a defense that had some of the biggest offseason acquisitions when you look at them bringing over McDuffie and trade from Kansas City, and, of course, Myles Garrett along that defensive line.
At Todd Furman on X. Todd, are there a couple of AFC teams where you find value, whether you think they'll win more than people think or lose more than people think?
Well, we mentioned the Bengals. They're another buy-on team for me. Their schedule extremely favorable, and the Bengals and Texans for me are two teams that I think both have a legitimate chance to win the AFC. Of course, you're betting on the Bengals. You're hoping a little bit more out of the offense, and the Houston Texans a little bit more defensive-focused than anything else. Made the case for the Indianapolis Colts under their win total, like the Bengals over their win total, although that's starting to get priced out. 9.5 would be my cap, right around that minus $1.60 threshold. And I'm a seller of the Miami Dolphins. I think this is a team that's really looking to kind of go through a rebuild this season. I know people point to them signing Malik Willis, going, well, if you're going to tank, why would you spend money on a free agent quarterback? But look at that roster from top to bottom. Other than maybe Devin Achane, who has all-pro potential, there's not a lot to get excited about in that receiver room along the offensive or defensive line, and not much in the way of difference makers. So the Dolphins are a team that I think will have all sorts of opportunity to flirt with the worst record in the league and potentially be on the clock to draft a franchise-changing quarterback in this year's deep NFL draft class.
What about the NFC, Todd?
NFC, it's a little bit tougher from a future standpoint because I do truly respect what the Rams are, and I'm not sure I want to necessarily step in front of them in terms of overall futures. Now, win totals, a little bit of a different dynamic there. I think there are some opportunities to try and capitalize. One of the teams that I have bet against, the Green Bay Packers. Now, it comes with a caveat that I think Green Bay's floor is still rather high, but I think their ceiling is somewhat limited. And knowing that Micah Parsons is going to miss some extended time, it really changes what they have from a difference maker standpoint for a change in defensive coordinator as well. Jeff Hafley leaving Green Bay, taking the head coaching job in Miami. Jonathan Gannon doesn't like to really generate much in the way of pressure coming from a blitz. And if you're going to put these Green Bay DBs on an island, it puts them in harm's way despite having one of the deeper safety cores in the entire league. So I like the Packers under the total. And I know we joked about the injury bug that has kind of plagued Carolina. Already bet them under their win total at 7.5. The one caveat there is that is the worst division in football from top to bottom in the NFC South, and I'm not sure there's anything to really be excited about of that quartet of teams, but I think Carolina takes a step back. They weren't even as good as their 8-9 record suggested, let alone winning the division. So Carolina under 7.5. I think the cluster injuries along the offensive line, not a great place to start, but some legitimate concerns because I don't think anybody runs away with that division in the form of Atlanta, Tampa, or the New Orleans Saints.
Good stuff, Tom Father.
It was solid work.
We do what we can to try and keep you in line, Slay, as best as humanly possible, my friend. So appreciate the opportunity as always, guys.
That was about as good as a value meal from McDonald's.
Well, look, I mean, sometimes the value meal can leave you fulfilled, and you also have a nice toy to play with when your dining experience is over. So that's kind of how I like to leave people after my segment.
You don't seem like you're a fast food kind of guy, Todd.
I am not really a fast food kind of guy at this point in my life. I don't mind a fast food burger from time to time, but it's a little bit more of the In-N-Out variety, not really a McDonald's or a Jack in the Box guy like Saleh is.
Next week, let's dive into some college football. How about that?
All right, I think we can make that happen. And, you know, who knows how many other Tennessee Volunteers will be suspended between now and then for taking $450 in flight vouchers, because that's clearly what the NCAA should really be worried about in 2026 as the season rapidly approaches.
You know, all I could think of is that there's some room full of people where they're like, I don't know, man, we hadn't done anything in a couple months. Like, is there something out there we can? Yeah, this guy took $400 from his agent, paid it back, but he still took it. So let's give him half of the suspension that Sorsby had.
I'll give social media credit, and I think the best comparison I saw from some of the college football beat writers, it's like a police officer issuing a parking ticket when somebody is driving 115 miles an hour past them in a school zone where the posted limit is 35 miles an hour. That way they can at least meet their quote and feel like they have some teeth, although it's completely irrelevant in this day and age. Fortunately, though, for Tennessee, look, I know Georgia Tech on paper doesn't appear to be a team that you want to be without your defensive leader. But this Tech team is a lot different than the Tech team we saw last year. And I'd be more concerned if there was still a Haynes King, toting the rock in Atlanta than what the Vols are going to have. And let's go glass half full. Maybe Aaron Carter not playing the first two games allow him to come back for game 3 with a chip on his shoulder. And when you're suspended the first 2 games, as we saw last year with the Vols, you can't lose a player due to injury. So fingers crossed he's healthy and good to go by week 3 and beyond.
Speaking of that Georgia Tech game, take an early look at that. That is on campus now. What do you think about that as we sit here a month out?
Tech's a team that I bet their win total under, so I'm hoping that that's not a game that they steal as a home underdog in that particular spot. Tech, I think, is a team that's poised to take a major regression, and it's no disrespect meant for what they have at the head coaching spot. But when you lose your offensive and defensive coordinator in this day and age, you lose your heartbeat of the team, which is your starting quarterback in Haynes King, and you even lose your backup in Aaron Philo. I think it's an awful lot to replace. So this Georgia Tech team would not be shocked at all if they lost their opener, even as a touchdown favorite against Colorado on that opening Thursday. And hopefully for my win total, they're sitting at 0-2 before they take on Mercer the third Saturday in September.
I love that you know the Georgia Tech schedule. Hopefully you have it in front of you.
If I told you I did, would you feel better about my state of mind?
No, because I feel like you could have done it whether you had it in front of you or not. That's what.
Here's the thing. I'll be honest. When we started this 10-plus years ago, I had a lot more committed to memory. As both of you gentlemen know, the older we get, the more we need some of the tools and trade within finger's reach. But I did know the first 3 games of Georgia Tech's schedule. If you want me to go beyond that, unfortunately, I would be completely lost in terms of rattling off the opponents that they'll play weeks 4 through 6.
All right, Todd. Well, you'll be impressed to know that Nashville's feels like temperature yesterday reached 113 degrees. So we
look at you guys. You got a little humidity mixed in there, and you are rivaling us, as I think we're supposed to get to an ambient temperature on Saturday of about 117.
Golly.
See you, Todd.
Always a pleasure, guys. Have a great rest of the week.
See you. Bye.
That's insane, dog.
That's a different way of living down there, man.
Ooh, he goes and lives in that.
I will say, though, the whole dry heat thing everybody uses as a joke, but it's real. Like, it's a real thing. It's still hot.
No, it's hot.
But this humidity out here,
it's different.
I'd rather deal with 110 with no humidity than 90 with all the humidity.
Yeah. I ain't going down neither one of them, so it don't even matter.
Don't you guys like how Todd came here all positive? Hey, at least no one got hurt. Hey, at least he can't get hurt.
Speaking of injuries, there have been a couple so far. More than a couple, but 2 main ones. Got that for you next. 615-737-1045. Also, the Cleveland Browns making a bunch of moves, and they have a quarterback battle. 380-1045 the zone.
What's happening, good people? If you need service and need it now, you should have brought a truck. from Mid-10 Ford. Why? Because they have the best customer service in general. They got a one-stop shop when it comes to sales, service, financing, even a body shop. Can't get that everywhere, man. You can get it at Mid-10 Ford. That's why I'm here to tell you about my friends that have been there for more than 56 years. You're talking about a staple. They are that. And it's 4 generations of family working together every single day, and they treat their customers exactly the same, just like family. Back generation after generation and continuing to give the needs that you have and making sure they fill them. All you got to do is stop by Mid-10 Ford at 1319 Foster Avenue, 615-259-2050, mid10trucks.com, mid10fordtrucks.com. Stop by and follow them also on Facebook and Instagram.
USSTN.com, that's United Structural System, offering several payment options for you in July to make your foundation repairs more affordable. So you've got a few more days to get this done. Get a 10% discount when you pay in full, or fix it now, pay later with 18 months, no payment, no interest, or choose 36 months, no interest with low payment options for qualified homeowners. Tons of rain. We've had it. You know it. And they can help. They can reroute water away from your basement, your crawl space, your home with their interior drain systems and sump pumps with battery backups. When the ground swells from being oversaturated with all this water, it creates additional pressure on your foundation, many times leading to cracks. So not only is waterproofing important right now, but so is the inspection of your foundation for any additional damage that water may have caused. USS is dedicated to helping their customers get the repairs that they need now to protect their greatest investment for a lifetime. They're dependable. They're trustworthy. They are USS. Learn more at USSTN.com.
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Interesting stuff randomly on Tennessee, Georgia Tech there.
South Father got it all.
He does not believe in the Yellow Jackets.
I can't wait for that game. I think it's going to be fun. Them on the road.
Fun environment.
Yeah.
Is that a night game?
It is. It's I want to say it's on ESPN.
It's so cool because like the press box side looks right into the skyline of Atlanta. It's such a cool venue. Hard to get in and out of there though.
I've never been to a game there, but I've driven by the stadium and I've like looked in because like the gates where you walk in, they're like right off the street, so you can like peek in. It looks like it'd be a great environment for a college football game, especially at night. Kind of sucks Georgia Tech plays all those like neutral site games in like Mercedes-Benz and stuff all the time.
Went by there one day, and I've got a friend, longtime friend, that Paul Dangle is his name. It's a tough last name, but anyway, cool dude. And
Just gonna slide right past that.
well, I mean, he knows. He's had that name his whole life. And lots of dudes that are friends, so we give each other crap. But anyway. When was the SEC tournament that got hit by the tornado in the Georgia Dome?
Yeah, I remember it. I don't remember.
It was the Joakim Noah and Corey Brewer teams, I think. I think it was way back then.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember going in the locker room talking to them. Yeah, it was whichever team that was.
Yeah.
But anyway, they end up playing at Georgia Tech with no fans because they had to move out. The Georgia Dome basically turned into a war zone. So they had to move it. So one of those days we went over to the Georgia Tech football field and the gate was open. So we walked out there and it was super cool. Like John Heisman stuff and all kinds of stuff over there. But you know what they don't have?
What?
Haynes King.
That's a
That
big
dude
difference.
was a baller, man.
Do we know where he went?
I don't remember.
I'll look it up.
He was different right there. Like, man, I'm talking about.
Oh,
the
he's
end.
with the Panthers.
Maybe he could play offensive line.
They might need him.
Speaking of the Panthers, rookie Panthers wide receiver Chris Brazzell from Tennessee was carted off the field today with a knee injury. They say it's a moderate LCL tear in his left knee, that from Cameron Wolf. He could miss up to 8 weeks, which would be 2 to 3 games.
What tear was it?
LCL.
LCL.
Micah Parsons, we talked about earlier, he's looking at 6 games to miss before he's back.
Good gosh.
Good golly, Miss Molly. Saints defensive tackle Brian Breesy, a rising star, is what I read from Tom Pelissero, is feared to have torn his ACL. The former first-round pick is likely done for the season.
Is it running back?
Clemson, right? No, defensive lineman.
Defensive tackle.
Clemson, right?
I don't remember.
I think so.
Zeffy,
I think it's Clemson.
as Babs calls you. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, to add on to your injury, I don't know if you had the 49ers injury list. So they had Christian Kirk, wide receiver, calf injury this week. Jordan James, running back, local product, broke his ribs this week, so he's out. Ricky Pearsall Jr., his knee's still bothering him from where he tore it, so he's been hurt. Kyle Shanahan obviously was in the car accident, so he hasn't been out there. And, so the electrical substation doing its work over there in San Francisco.
That Kyle Shanahan car wreck story kind of slipped under the radar for me. Mm. And then you hear, because it happened like 3 weeks ago, right? Or 2 weeks ago. But now you hear like he's lucky to be alive.
Did you hear what he said in his press conference yesterday? So the original police report had the fault on the other driver, who I think was like a 21-year-old girl. And he came out and clean. He said, "Hey, it was my fault. Like, I know what the report said. I'm the one that was on my phone. I dropped my phone. I swerved into the other lane." Like,
that's real.
So he went up there and like he put the blame and the onus on himself. So
all right. Very good. When we come back, 5 o'clock hour coming up, Rhett Bryan from Titans Radio will join us at 5:20. In the next segment, I just found some, we were talking about college football with Todd, and so I looked for some college football point spreads. Got some opening week point spreads for you when we come back. We'll throw those at you.
Bring them.
615-737-1045.
Is it time for you to get new windows and doors? With the heat we had last month, do you realize that your windows are failing, not doing their job? Your power bill is way higher than it probably should be. It's funny, we redid our windows with Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. And then after we replaced all of those old windows downstairs, our downstairs stays so much cooler. Huge difference. I always thought, oh, yeah, I'm sure that makes a big difference, right? It really does. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville can help you out, too, if that's where you are. And you might be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Even more affordable with the Dawn deal. And for the month of July, it's 60% off Pella certified installations and 0% APR for 36 months. All you have to do, tell them, hey, I heard Dawn talk about the Dawn deal, and I'm going to need you to give that to me, and they will do it. You can stop by one of their showrooms in Franklin or Hendersonville, or give them a call at 249-1910. But the easiest way is schedule a free consultation. They will come to you. Check out the Dawn deal, and you can do it at PellaNashville.com.
Good afternoon. It is 5:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Make Kentucky Down Studios. Day one of Titans training camp concluded earlier today. And just about everybody was out there outside of J.C. Latham, who is on the PUP list, and Calvin Ridley, who head coach Robert Saleh said was dealing with a stomach bug, but he should be back soon. In Tennessee football news today, linebacker Arian Carnold has been given a 2-game suspension by the NCAA for a violation where he received a $427 flight to an NFL pre-draft training facility, which he later repaid his agent for. Carter is set to miss the Vaults opener versus Furman and Week 2 versus Georgia Tech. In NFL news, several injuries hitting the NFL, but none bigger than former Vol and current Panthers wide receiver Chris Brazzell suffering a tear in his LCL today at practice, causing him to miss up to 8 weeks, per Ari Myrov. Also, the Falcons having to sign another quarterback and Cooper Rush due to injuries to Tua Tagovailoa and Michael Penix Jr. For all your foundation repair waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Babs will be back tomorrow. She is moderating a women in sports event over at Third and Home.
Babs doing what Babs does.
You started to say what?
Damn.
I looked over at you. I'm like, damn, I cut him off. You got all ramped up.
I'm ready to go. It's all good. Can't miss.
It's like you're going on an uphill ramp onto the interstate, and then you just like dove off to the side, went down the hill.
Sometimes you gotta get on that though.
Shadow Jack is here.
Shadow Jack, great name.
That sounds like a cigar name.
Great name.
It does.
Executive producer of 3HL is Zeph. What, Zeph?
I said it does. You're right about that.
Thanks, Zeph.
That was a good call right there.
Thank you, Zeph. I'll go home now.
You out of here?
Out of here. Rhett Bryan coming up at 5:20. He was out of practice. We'll talk with him about Titans training camp day number 1. Point spreads.
Talk to me.
Week 1 in college football.
What you looking like?
Well, before I do that, we need to do this. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building.
So speaking of Georgia Tech, they open with Colorado at home. Colorado at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech favored by 6.5 in that game.
That's right.
Now, there are a lot of these, which is going to sound funny considering all the SEC people talking about schedule. They're talking about when they start conference schedule. Like South Carolina played 6 consecutive games against top 14 teams in the country last year.
Yeah.
And lost all of them. And that was it.
Everyone.
Yeah. Thelma and Louise off the cliff. Everybody was in that car.
Everybody had to go.
Arkansas Pine Bluff at Missouri. 52.5.
That's
This is Georgia Tech schedule?
That's the one I can't play with. I can't.
This is week 1. I'm on to Missouri.
Just week 1.
I'm on to Missouri.
52.5.
52.5. There's not 1 ounce of me that would do anything with that.
Tough.
Drake loves to play those 50-point spread games.
Is that how he gets to 10 wins every year?
He manages to go through the conference schedule like in a kind of weirdly positive way. Like he didn't play 6 straight top 14 teams last year.
It's tough, bro.
UTEP at Oklahoma. Coming from SEC media days, a lot of people putting Oklahoma on that list of watch out.
Because their defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the defense.
And if Mateer is healthy.
What's this? Yeah.
It's a lot.
Can't be more than 52.
No, 39.5.
Ooh, I was going to say 40.
There you go. You got to say it before I say it.
I know. I'm too slow.
East Carolina at Alabama.
Oh, this one's got to be huge.
What do you think?
47.5.
Over under that?
Under.
26.5.
What?
Yeah.
Who they play? Well, Alabama.
That makes me wonder what Vegas thinks about Alabama because these are all done off power numbers.
Yeah.
So they put together power rankings for all the teams, and then they adjust as the season goes on. But this is where they have Alabama right now.
I gotta see who Bama plays next after that. I'm going to tell you. Go ahead. What was it? You said East Carolina?
East Carolina at Alabama. Bama by 26
They
and
go
a
to
half.
Kentucky.
The Fighting Birds.
Oh, they're beating Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Kent State at South Carolina. South Carolina by 34 and a half. Lenora Sellers looking for a bounce back.
I can see them running up early. Golly, them the games right there.
I think I'd put Alabama's spread versus ECU higher than that one.
I mean, it's like they're begging you to go over the 26 and a half.
Yeah.
Which always scares me when I think that because it turns into reverse line theory.
I
Yeah.
don't know who quarterback is.
RLT. TSU. T for Tennessee, STATE, University, TSU, at Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Georgia by 46 and a half.
yeah.
Go get that money.
I bet the first half on them. First quarter and first half.
Yeah, go get that money. Texas State at Texas. Texas by 30 and a half. Furman at Tennessee. What y'all think on that one?
About
Furman at
34,
Tennessee.
34, 35.
34?
Yeah, I'd say mid-30s.
48 and a half.
Oh, man.
Not even knowing who the quarterback is.
Yeah,
That's how bad Furman is.
that's crazy.
Baylor at Auburn. Remember, this is a game last year that we went Auburn
Yeah.
and won on the road.
Mm-hmm. So it did open.
Is this
up
single
season.
digits?
Single digits.
3, 2.5.
4.5.
7.
Damn.
Say, combined, we got it.
Okay, goals.
Austin P at Vanderbilt. Austin P getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Program getting better. Will Healy had them going, and then they still had some leftovers. But
This coach now is
yeah, Gerald Harrison did a good job there.
Yep.
He's at Marshall now as AD.
Is
but
this less than 20?
no,
It's not less than 20. Okay.
not less than 20.
It's weird to see what Vegas does with these teams with no quarterback yet
Yeah,
announced.
Vanderbilt favored by 32 and a half.
Wow. That's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Missouri State at Texas A&M. Aggies by 39 and a half.
don't know enough.
Clemson at LSU. Sam Leavitt. Lane Kiffin. Dabo.
Who's Clem? Oh, I need to see who Clemson's quarterback is.
LSU 4.5. Less than that.
Nope.
Boy.
More than that. LSU by 9.5. That makes me wonder what they think about Clemson, just like I said about Alabama.
I know y'all going into the real Death Valley, but golly.
The real Death Valley. It is the real Death Valley.
Jeez.
Louisiana Monroe at Mississippi State. We were talking about the Bullies a little while ago. Mississippi State by 29 and a half in that one. FAU at Florida. Florida Atlantic at Florida. Gators by 26 and a half.
I like that. I'll take that. Statement game. I don't know. Well, I ain't got a clue what FAU got going on.
Obviously, I'm going through the SEC currently. Louisville at Ole Miss, which is here at Nissan Stadium on Sunday, the 6th.
September 6th.
Ole Miss is favored by
12.5.
Under.
6.5.
Brom got to.
I think I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over to that game.
I think, yeah, I'll go over and take the points.
I want to go see
Louisville out
Trinidad
the gate.
Chambliss.
I got to check one Brother Nardo on that one first, though. See what they doing up there.
Oh yeah, your brother. I've never met. I've been around him. I've been
Same
told.
room.
I've been told
Same room and everything, like a
like
ghost.
multiple times.
Yep.
Is he as big as y'all?
Yep.
Okay.
Can't miss him.
Can't miss him. Boise State at Oregon.
Oregon, 36-37.
24 and a half.
Damn.
So you're going over on that one.
Yep.
Murray State at MTSU. Come on, Blue Raiders. Let's get it together.
I don't. What Murray got?
This
I don't
one's
know what
single-
Murray
Nothing.
got.
Murray's awful.
Is this single digits?
No.
So it is
MTSU 's
double digits for
double
MTSU.
17 now.
I forget what Murray State did last year, but I remember looking back and it had been like 18 games since they had had a victory.
Ooh.
So I don't know how they finished up last year.
I'll go 15 and a
The
half.
walk-up Dairy Queen, though, that's legit.
It's still there.
Yeah. We had John Morant on the show one time, and it was just me. And I was like, hey, man, he had just got the key to the city. I go, hey, man, the key to the city gets you in the walk-up Dairy Queen. He's like, man, what you know about the walk-up Dairy Queen? Like, hey, man, I know lots of things about lots of things.
It's right there.
Arkansas State, the Fighting Butch Joneses. Oh, I didn't do MTSU.
Yeah, what's the spread?
MTSU by 24.5 to go 1-0.
Shout out Blue Raiders.
Derek Mason, let's go. Big year for him. Arkansas State at Memphis. Memphis by
19.
more than, less than.
Less than.
10.5.
Yeah.
I'll take
Lost their coach, lost their running back, right?
I'll take Coach Huff and them.
That's the Fighting Butch Joneses up there.
Lost their quarterback because he went to Arkansas too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Western Kentucky at Nevada. And yes, Babsy, I said it right. Or correctly, I should say. Western Kentucky favored on the road.
Give me the yeah.
Hilltoppers by
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5. Good job, Slay. Way to end it there. All right, when we come back, we'll talk Titans training camp. Rhett Bryan will join us next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, new or pre-owned. These are your guys. They have a tremendous selection of pre-owned vehicles. They have new vehicles there for you as well. So just let Daniel Gupton and his crew know what you're looking for. They will help you figure out what's right for you. Take that test drive. Go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. Gupton Motors in the all-new location just up the street. 3224 Tom Austin Highway, just up the street from their former location, but in a brand spanking new building. And it's great. Just about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Check them out online. All the dealership information is there, how to get in touch with them, how to find them. GuptonMotors.com. All the inventory, new, pre-owned, right there, GuptonMotors.com. All the deals they have going on in the month of July, right there, GuptonMotors.com. Again, 3224 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield, Tennessee. Go visit Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and get it done. Shop online, GuptonMotors.com. Gupton Motors, driving deals home. For the best deals, the best service, and the best experience, you got to go to Gupton. GuptonMotors.com. I love the intro of that song.
Good stuff.
That whole record's incredible.
Good stuff, yo.
But, man, when Virginia Tech's rolling and they enter Sandman, whoo, whole building's shaking. 615-737-1045, always the number. Mr. OJ points this out, and I meant to bring this up real quick, and then we'll go to Red Brian. Today is National Lipstick Day, Slay.
Oh, well, that ain't got nothing to do with us.
Today is also,
But this one does.
well, one of them will. This one, too. National Lasagna Day.
Yeah, that's the one.
You like that one?
I love that one. Shout out to Heathcliff and Garfield.
Both of them?
Mm-hmm.
What was the difference between those two? Were they
I don't
brothers or
know.
cousins or something?
I don't know what they had going on, but we thankful for him.
Like, Heathcliff was a poor man's Garfield, right?
Yeah, but he was first, I think.
I think he was first.
I think Heathcliff was first. He just didn't last. Garfield had a little bit more pizzazz.
He had a little tood.
Mm-hmm.
Today is also National Chicken Wing Day.
Now that I never knew. I know what to do then. You ain't got to worry about nothing. I know exactly what to do.
Steer Ike out wings
Man, I'll be
on
right
the way
there.
home.
Yep, I'll be right there. I'm going backwards to go get them.
I hate going backwards.
I do too. Can't stand it. But I'm going. I got to for this.
National Wing Day.
Man, what?
Rhett Bryan, Titans Radio, executive producer with us on 3HL at Rhett B, Tennessee. Rhett, what's up? How are you?
I was just listening to y'all. Clay said, you said National Lipstick Day. He goes, that ain't got nothing to do with us. How true, how true. But,
Yeah, but I ramped it up.
Yeah, you start falling in on some lasagna and some wings. Now we're talking about
Man.
now we can play ball.
Yeah, I promise you we can. That's it right there.
Rhett, Cam Ward said he's better this year with situational football and understands the why better this year. And the part of the why, offensive coordinator Brian Dable calling certain plays, why he's calling certain plays. And you were out there today, Titans training camp day number 1. One of the things that we pointed out that we all kind of noticed was when there were drills going on that Cam Ward was not participating, he was not with either group. He was on the side with Brian Dable a lot, like picking his brain. I thought that was interesting and cool.
A lot of chatter between his offensive coordinator and quarterback number 1. No, you can clearly see, obviously it's day 1 of camp as far as practice goes, and the intensity level, like the heat, has turned up to nearly a boiling point. And he's a smart man for wanting to, get those things from his offensive coordinator and understanding why and, why things work the way they do operationally and what the decision-making process is about. And now, let me say this. Zeph told me when I was on hold that you guys opened up your show with the thoughts about it. And, some people in the chat said that, talked about different stats between the quarterbacks, between he and Will Levis. Here's the thing that stands out about Cam Ward. And y'all are right. You need to come to a practice and see it for yourself. Cam Ward, there were lots of moments today where he was, not that he's had a major issue with this, but he was throwing on time.
Mm-hmm.
And he was throwing guys open and decisive, about doing those things. And there's an Amber Alert on my phone.
I was wondering what that was. I looked at my phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here ours go.
On here. Okay, now, boy, they send that thing out.
Yeah, it will.
Everywhere for obvious reasons. But anyway, you can just see how his decision making, like the wheels are turning in this. And listen, one of those last throws in 11-on-11 red zone, and we saw it when Cornell Tate climbed up the top of that route and he glided right through towards the back of that end zone. He made it look good. He made it look easy almost. And that's one of my big takeaways from today is Dave McGinnis is saying, keep your powder dry, Rhett, keep your powder dry. But when I see throws and I see catches like that, it is a little hard to maintain excitement level in what Cornell Tate could be.
Well, and that's because like he's trying that out in a practice setting, right? Like, so at that point, he doesn't know whether or not he would throw that ball into double coverage with Cornell Tate, but they've got to develop that, right? So that's why you can get lost in the stats because that might have been a throw he wouldn't have made in a game. But now that he knows that, hey, man, if I throw it up, that guy's going to go get it. I mean, that was double coverage, and Cornell Tate made it look easy.
He climbed the ladder, man. Yeah. He climbed the ladder. And listen, the other part of it is, yes, it's one practice, small sample size. This is the acclimation period. You heard both Robert Saleh and Mike Bergonzi say that in the opening press conference yesterday. This is just finding out who's who in the zoo and also what have we retained and the installation of these things in all three phases, the offense, the defensive plan, and special teams plan. But we're going to know more as, I want to see guys stack days. But this time next week, we're talking padded practice.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different animal.
And then get ready to go to San Francisco. Well, Santa Clara.
Yeah.
But, there was another throw, too, from Cam Ward, and I didn't see this one. I missed it, but I heard him talking about it, about how last year he would have tried to push the corner on this particular route, and today he dumped it off. And I was glad to hear that. I missed that throw, but I was glad to hear that.
Well, that just is starting. That tells you right there he's starting to understand the why of it all. Mm-hmm. Because if Brian Dable and these offensive assistants can channel the proper usage of when to play hero ball and when not, that is going to be the absolute best case scenario for Cam Ward in his operation of his offense. And that must be an incredible urge to try to resist, knowing that you've got that kind of arm talent. You can just whip that thing across. It's something to see that. So, yeah, it's encouraging to hear that from him. And, those are the kinds of moments that show up on film that the coaching staff will point out of, hey, this was the right choice here. And I guarantee, and here's the other part. I believe Brian Dable was mic'd up today, so whenever that drops, this is going to be fun to hear just what was said, and it will have to be heavily edited, I'm sure. But I'm interested to hear some of that chatter.
Rhett Bryan with us, executive producer, Titans Radio.
Red B, when you watched it early on now and leading into next week before we get into pads, what's some of the things you look for? Because me personally, the details in assignments, details in communication are all things that I was watching. And when I look at the defense, man, their chemistry and communication is I like where it is right now, especially with the accountability up front.
Well, and that's one thing that was a takeaway that I agree with what you saw. Part of it is what they've added to this thing, but the other part of it is you've added guys that know where to go and what to do that played for Robert Saleh before.
Yeah.
And the other part of it is every camp that I've ever been around, the defense has a leg up on the offense for a few days. That's just kind of how that goes.
Yep.
And then where does that start to even out? But no, when you see the number ones out there in the base 4-3 and then seeing them work nickels in and out, there's a lot of impressive names and sizes and lengths. Listen, Kevin Winston Jr. had a pass breakup right there in that red zone stuff today. I like me some Kevin Winston Jr. Like,
dude, on that play,
of that we can get.
He made up like 12 yards. It's almost like he baited that throw and made up like 12 yards like it was nothing.
And that just shows.
That guy's, if he stays injury free, that guy's gonna. Impact player.
I've been saying it for weeks on y'all's show. He has a chance to be the linchpin of this thing. And again, if that is working, simpatico with the other guys in that secondary and they're doing their job, guess what this is going to do? Is going to make Amani Hooker more like the Amani Hooker we know from 2024 before. Yeah. Like he was trying to do so much because there were so many things out of sorts and so many, like with what they've done with that secondary this year, it allows him just to go be the number 37 that we know. And that can't be anything but a good thing for this back third of this defense.
Right.
Another thing to watch, a couple of things to watch. Number one, offensive line. Jackson Slater got a lot of run today at right guard.
Boy, did he.
So it's going to be interesting to see, the battle between him and Volson. But also Slater, a couple reps at center. Sloatman got the majority of the reps at center. So, that little center guard triangle is going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, and especially on the right-hand side.
Yeah. Well, we know who the left guy is.
Yeah, and we know who the right tackle is, and he was out there doing some work trying to get back. Coach Saleh and Mike Bergonzi said yesterday that the reason he's on the PUP is he has an aggravation of his pec muscle and a strain there, and he's working back from that. But, Jackson Slater got a lot of work with the ones today. Now, let's pause on that thought, and let's see who is in the rotation tomorrow, because
right.
Big Slay, with what you said about communication and those kinds of things, let's see who's doing what with the ones, with the twos, with whoever.
Yeah.
And, because those things are going to be a rotational thing until they figure out what they want. And, as guys get snaps and something doesn't work out, you'll start to see it fall into place probably going towards this time next week, as far as especially once pads, because at this point next week you will have had 3 padded practices, I guess, or at least 2. You said 2. You would have had 2 because today's Wednesday. You'd had Monday and Tuesday because they're going to go 2 on and 1 off. And that's the other part of this, guys. Robert Saleh does not fool around. Like, there's not a lot of hands on hips waiting and looking your turn for things. Like, you're involved.
Keldrick Falk, Femi Oladejo was watching those guys too. The Titans need one or both of those guys to be impactful on some level this year.
Absolutely. And, the big thing that those 2 young fellas know how to do but need to apply because they have the length is, man, if you can't get home, match hands.
Right.
Match hands with a quarterback and disrupt the you-know-what out of them. Because this is the key to this whole doggone thing for Robert Saleh, is being able to take those front 4 and bring that cage rush pressure against the arsenal and the arms race that is the AFC. And then other quarterbacks you see in the other conference. But, that the AFC is where it's just so loaded. But you've got to be able to have that running simpatico. You've got to. And all these rotations. That's the other part is, I can't wait to see a joint practice and then to see a preseason game to see some of this rotational thing.
Right.
That Robert Saleh's been bringing up so much.
Yeah, ain't no question. What were your thoughts on the Cornell Tate connection with Cam? Just, I know you said, like, because Zeph asked me the same thing last year when I saw, 2 years ago when I saw Calvin Ridley. I said, man, now that's what a wide receiver 1 looks like. When I was talking about his speed, footwork, and every time it was like he was even and then the ball was in the air, he had a burst to get open, like just pull away from the cornerback. When watching Cornell Tate, Red, it's just everything looks so smooth. Like,
well, let me say this, Big Slay. So far, it's as advertised.
Yeah.
This young man waited his turn at a log jam of talent in a fantastically talented and deep and heavily recruiting program like Ohio State. And I go back to that thing I brought up back when he was drafted, and we were talking on y'all's show about he did the dirty work. He said, I'm going to be the best blocker I can be until I can get my way into this thing and work. And he did. And, he's still playing opposite Jeremiah Smith. He knows that he's going to draw the top targets on him. He knows this. And in what little I've been around him, and I was around him some after practice today, very mature for his age, but the hands, the feet, the route running, like all of this so far is as advertised. And I'm with your assessment, and I know what you're leading to. He looks like wide receiver number 1.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to put on that young man right this second, but that's what they want him to be.
Yeah.
And I think between the Wandale Robinsons and the Chims and the Yelicks and the Calvins and the tight ends and, all the parts, that is exciting to even think about. Because, hey, Chim DK got some action today, too.
Yes, he did.
Like, don't sleep on Chim. Don't sleep on Alec. These young fellas, that's the thing I just can't wait to see how all this pans out is all these young cats that are in year 2 that got so much playing time and how much that could springboard some really good things in year 2 for all these guys.
There he is. He's Rhett Bryan, executive producer, Titans Radio at Rhett B, Tennessee. Way to go after it in the ALS battle with the Ice Bucket Challenge the other day with Titans Radio. That was cool.
Well, we wanted to do it, and God bless him, CJ2K reposted it. Just have so much respect for what he did on the football field and just the kind of person that he is and what he's done and now in the fight of his life. And we will continue to celebrate all the great things he did wearing that two-tone blue uniform because, man, he had so many great moments. We went through those a couple weeks ago on y'all's show, and I say he's the most electric player in Titans history, and I believe it. I really do. And I'd do that all over again. And I'm so glad that it was 9 million degrees out there because it felt good to dump the ice water. But it's a worthy cause. It is between the great Tim Shaw and now CJ2K. It's definitely a great thing.
Yep. Looking for some advancements in terms of finding some medication and cure and all those things. So thank you, Rhett. Good stuff. We'll see you out there tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. Here we go.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Rhett. Rhett Bryan, executive producer, Titans Radio. Yeah, we did ours in the parking lot after the show, and we did our little spiel before we dumped ice water. And, man, you put a lot of water in those things.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And then Babs knocked you, knocked it out of your hand. Then you're like, crap, here we go.
Yeah, it was still plenty of water. Good gosh. I didn't know. I didn't realize how much I put in there.
Did she knock it out of your hand or did it just slip?
No, she knocked it.
All you got to do is look at the video.
That's all right.
I did watch it. I didn't see where she knocked it, but she might have hit your elbow.
You recorded it.
I know.
No, she knocked it. She knocked it pretty good. That was so us.
That was every bit of it.
And then Mayor just sat there and was like, well, I guess I'm going to dump this.
He set it off.
Cleveland Browns have dumped a lot of money into some players lately. We will talk about that when we come back. 615-737-1045.
What's up? What's happening? It's United Mattress, the mattress that's never been returned. Not in 13 years. True floating support is what you get. Advanced air cell design lifts the body evenly, creating a weightless floating sensation. And it keeps the capillaries open, allowing oxygen-rich blood to flow freely throughout the body. Now, I know I sometimes may get a little scientific on you, but what I'm letting you know is it's sleep like you never have had before. It's going to reduce the pressure points. Even weight distribution minimizes stress on the hips, shoulders, and the spine, decreasing the strain on the joints, helping reduce stiffness and daily comfort. I'm just going to speak from my perspective. Listen, being on the road, traveling, you sleep in these hotel beds, you sleep everywhere, Airbnbs, all of this, but it's nothing like being at home, knowing that this mattress that I'm on, it's like sleeping on the clouds, man. It's weightless, and you will experience the same thing if you go to theunitedmattress.com.
Circasports.com, that's where you need to go to check out what's going on just across the border. Circa Sports at the Mint at Kentucky Downs, located in Franklin, Kentucky. Man, it's a short drive from downtown Nashville up 65 north. Take the first exit once you get into the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Easy to get there. 2-story sports betting experiences. Every detail crafted for the ultimate sports fan. Again, stadium seating with huge screens showing many events. They do have a hotel attached, circasports.com. Their permanent retail sportsbook at the Mint at Kentucky Downs in Franklin, Kentucky features an immersive two-story sports betting experience designed for comfort, convenience, and live excitement from a spacious 4,750 square foot front of house betting floor to high definition screens spanning more than 1,700 square feet and a dedicated VSiN live broadcast studio. Every detail is crafted for the ultimate sports fans. The sportsbook features 5 standard windows, kiosks that are available, racing terminals, betting sheet rack. They've got the odds board up there, 486 square feet of that. Must be 21 to place a bet. But check them out online, circusports.com. There is obviously a Circus Sports in Vegas, but there is one in Franklin, Kentucky, just across the border. We've done multiple shows up there. Good time. circusports.com. HL 104.5 The Zone. How long has the music been going, Zeph?
Not that long.
Okay, good.
The shack now.
We both, as Saleh likes to say, had to pay the water bill.
Yeah, water bill got to get paid now.
You're so excited about Strikeout Wings right now.
I am. Dude.
Well, today was a long day, man.
Dude, and I think I had too much sugar in my slushy. Too much syrup. I think it made my head hurt a little bit. It's a little different than the hot chocolate. That was a different kind of rush.
So Wally was in there from Wally's Beans, who does our coffee machine here, who I went to high school with. Yeah. But his name was Dickie A-Cuff back in the day. Mm-hmm. Now he's Wally.
Wally Beans.
Yeah, Dickie's Beans. I don't know. But I told him, I was like, hey, man, you know how much Saleh loves this hot chocolate? He's like, yeah, he's told me. I was like, he had 3 in one day. He was like, what? In a 3-hour show?
Yeah, I went off.
He was like, I was like, yeah, it didn't end well. It ended up with him at Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, going out, and I wasn't getting a sandwich. That was the coldest part about it.
The funniest part is that was the only place to stop.
Yeah,
That was the best place to stop.
That was the only place that was empty. Only the workers were there. You know what I mean?
And then he said, you went into the bathroom right after you.
Like, you just go and get in the truck.
Light a match, man.
Get on out of here.
Yeah, all of that would be on the 3HL bingo card. Also, I only wrote one down today. He was cockily going through the motions.
Who said that?
Don Davenport.
Babs. Talking about Will Levis.
That was a good one. I got what she was saying though. It was something off. It was like one of them, man. Like,
and
if you looked and saw something out of place, that was out of place.
I hate to say it about him because I would hate if somebody said it about me based on what their view of my. But I'm a big body language guy. Like I pay attention to that.
Yeah.
And he really just looked like, hey man, let me get through this. Not that he wasn't trying hard or anything like that. I'm not saying that.
But it had nothing to do with effort.
But the energy level was weird.
Yeah. Or maybe just mentally we think it's time to move on.
Maybe. But it wasn't like this, hey, when it was his reps, it wasn't like, hey, I'm in charge, let's go. Come on, guys.
Let's get it done. Throw it away.
It was like, that. It was like
let's go.
It was the aura around him. Like you could.
That's what she said. Aura.
You could just feel it like off compared to the rest of the team, especially with it being day one and like everybody hyped and juiced up to be out there. Like, there's something just a tad bit off when he,
Listen, my aura was off too after a while, and I was just standing out on the sideline.
Hot aura. It's hot.
I will say I did think Will Levis had the best when they did 7-on-7s, so no big guys up front. I think he had the best 7-on-7 period. Now they only got like one rep each, like one set each of quarterbacks, but I think that's where he excelled out of all the QBs. If you're looking for positives from him.
Somebody said to me, you're not even sweating. How are you doing this? And I'm like, how do you know I'm not sweating? I'm wearing a Navy shirt, so you can't tell what's going on in there.
Right. Unless you're inside.
Yeah, and you're not going to be, so there's that. Cleveland Browns lost the best pass rusher in the game, and Myles Garrett, obviously. Since that move, the Browns have dumped $110 million into their defense. Future earnings. Safety Grant Delpit today, 3-year extension worth $48 million, $35 million guaranteed. He's only 27 years old. He is a hell of a player. His stat line last year, 89 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, an interception, and 4 passes defense. Solid.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond solid.
Yeah, there you go. That's a little better.
Cornerback Denzel Ward, 2 years, $62 million yesterday. He's in year 9, 39 tackles, 1 interception, 9 passes defense. So trying to solidify their secondary. Another Browns note, quarterbacks Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders are alternating first-team reps.
Okay.
How about that?
That's interesting. That'll carry us through the preseason from Cleveland.
What happened to little Dylan Gabriel?
I don't know what Gabriel is.
He got drafted before Shedeur.
Sure did. It was supposed to be his job before. It was his job before. Then it was. Did he get hurt or did he just put Shedeur in there?
I think they just put Shedeur in. Alex Golish had Dylan Gabriel down at Central Florida.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not supposed to call it that. We're supposed to call it UCF.
UCF.
Yeah.
National champion.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. 615-737-1045, always the number. NCAA has suspended Tennessee linebacker Arian Carter for 2 games for a $427 flight during the NFL draft process. So at that time, he's thinking he's going pro. He's going to a team's facility. His agent pays for the ticket. That's what they do. Y'all think this is the only one that went like this?
Right.
Come on, NCAA. So he ends up tweaking an injury, doesn't go down the draft process, and because of that, pays his agent back. He's making way more than that in NIL, which obviously the NCAA has to be fine with that. But, hey, airline ticket. Let's get him.
Yeah.
We can't do anything.
We got us one.
I think the article from Adam Sparks this morning on Knox News Sentinel when the news broke said that he didn't even have his agent for like a full month. Like it was like little less than a month. Then he like canceled his thing with the agent, paid back the money, and like was done with it. And now all of a sudden, I think this is where I think it is. I think the NCAA is so upset that they got swindled by the Brendan Sorsby stuff with the courts coming in. They needed a win.
Well, so they were
They had to go.
The initial suspension was 3 games, which is half of what they came down for Sorsby with, who bet on his own sport and his own team
For $400.
for an airline ticket that was paid back. I swear I could see the NCAA people just sitting in a room going, hey, man, y'all got anything today? It's been a couple months since we've had anything to
I'm
talk
telling
about.
you, they needed a win, man.
And some old boy's like, yeah, man, this guy, he got an airline ticket. His agent paid it. Well, but then I thought he paid it back. Well, yeah, but it's still impermissible benefits, which is what they've labeled it. What did they call it? Class 3 or something?
Level 3, yeah.
So stupid.
I wonder does the agent give him the money back?
Yeah, I like, if I'm going to get suspended, give me my $400 back. What are we doing?
And then I would fly to the headquarters of the NCAA and just lay it under the welcome mat or whatever. Like, here's your money, MFers.
I wonder is it because technically he's an agent? Like, what are the managers and stuff that's doing that's consulting
So
NILs?
How many airline tickets are being bought?
So
Come on,
they're
man.
they're not considered. So the
ridiculous.
NIL managers or whatever, they're not considered like professional agents in the eyes of the NCAA. So it doesn't matter if they pay something for an athlete because that's NIL benefits. That's name, image, likeness. But this is a professional agent trying to get him into the NFL. So there's a different distinction. Impermissible benefit.
When we all first saw this story and we started talking about it in the chat, I was just like, man, this suspension ain't going to hold up.
Oh, no. I bet you Tennessee's lawyers were foaming at the mouth when they saw this.
But as of right now, Aaron Carter would miss the opener against Furman and the second game at Georgia Tech. He led the SEC with 7.6 tackles per game last season. Tennessee opens the season in 38 days.
As long as they don't get that judge from Joey Aguilar's case, I think Tennessee's good in this one.
And Tennessee self-reported the level 3 violation.
Wait, so it was a 3-game suspension after a self-report?
Self-reported level 3 violation in February.
Oh, that's how they got it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Staff took no further action. So they tried to play it on the up and up. Be up front. Like, look, man, we know he did this, but he paid it back. So.
Ain't no way this holds up.
Real quick before we get out of here, I saw this story from People magazine yesterday. A TSA officer was in for quite the surprise when he discovered stolen Civil War era cannonballs hidden inside a passenger's checked bag.
Hey, that can't go on the plane. Cannonballs. Who in their right mind goes, I'm going to travel
this will
today.
work. Just put it in the check bag. Cannonballs.
They'll never find this.
They said they're still technically explosive, potentially. This was at Gulf Shores International Airport. Come on, Gulf Shores.
How old was this person?
Do better. Oh, yeah. That's a great question.
Has this person ever flown before?
It's got to be an octogenarian. Not that there's anything wrong with that. The cannonballs were found to be stolen from nearby Fort Morgan, a National Historic Landmark that played a pivotal role during the Civil War. He stole cannonballs and then put them on the plane. Allegedly.
That's really dumb.
My first thought was I couldn't see a fuse and I needed to get some help. I couldn't see the entire item, but I was scared I might have been holding a live explosive. Civil War, man, keeps giving.
What a sentence to end the show.
Back at it tomorrow.
The Civil War keeps on giving.
I mean, what else am I going to say? We got cannonballs at the Gulf Shores Airport.
And hot
stolen
practice tomorrow.
Hot practice tomorrow. Maybe that did something to my injured brain.
I think all of us.
Appreciate you guys including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Hopefully, we were able to put a smile on your face at some point today. 3HL is most certainly organized chaos. Have a great night, y'all. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you're going to be out there at practice tomorrow to keep stats in the hot sun.